What's up? What's up? I'm Renz Davis. This is Vincent, MMA Life, and we are ChatCOMBAT.
Hello, guys. How are you guys all doing? We are here with another very special guest, the great Master Wong. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How's everybody? Thank you all for inviting me on this podcast or webcast. I don't know which one is it, but
something
we like
like
to think
that.
of it as a very interesting conversation format, to which we ask some questions, we answer some questions, but more importantly, we have moments of enlightenment where we always come together and think, I never really thought of that, perhaps.
Okay, cool. So thank you for inviting me on here, and I'm here just to have a chat and talk about whatever you like to talk about, man.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
Great. First question from me. I'm really, first of all, thank you for being on here. I love your channel. I love your the way you act in your channel. It's great. But first of all, how did you start your martial arts journey? Let's say.
Okay, so I take you not back a bit because I'm half Vietnamese, half Chinese.
Yeah.
And when I lived in Vietnam very young, my mom is Chinese, my dad is my mom is Vietnamese, my dad is Chinese. So when they have like Chinese Vietnamese have a civil war, it's a little bit of war going on in Vietnam. So they want to kick out all the Chinese. Okay, so my dad, because half Chinese, we are affected on that. So my dad got kicked out from Vietnam and came to England. So from that time on, I get bullied a lot. When I'm young, I get bullied a lot because I'm half Chinese, half Vietnamese. Most of the Vietnamese don't like the Chinese, okay, because they're just like half class. You live in a country like traitor. You know what I mean? So they don't like you. I get beat up a lot. So I don't go school there because every time you go school, you get beat up. So my childhood is not that very good. Then I got a chance to come to UK because my father is a boat people. They came to UK, so I came to UK when I'm about 10 years old. And when I came to UK, I thinking like I have a better little bit of life because it's like first world country, civilized, everybody's very good. See the white people when they go to Vietnam, see a lot of white people over there, the child molester and fuck around with kid and pedophile and all this thing with a kid over there. I don't know, when I'm young I see them a lot because most of where we are is very poor. Most of the kids they don't have much clothes on, so a lot of times they take some squid and then they take photo and all shit. So what is that?
That's horrible.
No, it's not very good, but I don't really talk much about that kind of stuff because it's.
Well, hey, now's the chance for you to talk about it, man. You can absolutely open up and let loose and set the world ablaze right here. Yeah,
the thing is, sometimes when I'm very young in that time, I think this is normal. This is like normal stuff. You see, like in a third world country, you see all kids don't wear anything at all, and it's just very normal and for that. So I don't know. But when it came to England, I start going to school here. And when I start go to school, first day of school, I got sort of like getting in a fight quite bad. So I got kicked out from school. Okay, so I don't know any martial arts at that time. So from that time on, when I came to England, go to school, I always get beat up. I look a bit different because I don't know any English at all. So I can't speak English. And it not help. That's the first day I go to school, the white kid, teach me how to say hello to the teachers, like, fuck you, you know what I mean? So
not very nice etiquette.
That's not very nice now.
The door, fuck you. So that's form of greeting, but I don't know, I only know what you tell me to say because I'm just what they call them, just new kid in a new world, very want to get on with the new world,
and back then we also didn't have like the internet like we have today. You can Google everything, but back then you also didn't have that.
That time we don't have that. No internet, no nothing, no phone, no. That time I still very young. It's about 40 years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm 50 now. When I
50?
came over here, I'm 50 now,
So I thought, Master Wong, first before you go further in the story, you look great for 50. You look great,
So it's a bit of time. Some of you still quite a bit young, but in that time it's very, very sort of like very racist where we are, very racist. So I got family over here, like my brother, my younger brother, and a lot of friends. But because I don't speak English at all, that's not good. So I got kicked out from school the first day in school. When I get home, my father sort of like, what the fuck you doing? You take you over here, start a new life. You already create so much trouble in Vietnam already. You know, create also the problem in Vietnam because I written a book called Little Dragon. It's all my my childhood stories in there. You see, it's on Amazon. So my father go home when he go to work at night. He work at a chef. You know the Chinese take restaurant. So he don't finish very late. So when he get home, he get pissed. You know, like his son, my older brother, come home and said first day of school. He got kicked out from school, beat people up, you know?
Yeah.
So
no, I can sympathize with that totally. I used to work in the food industry as well, you know, it'd be like early mornings, late nights, and it'd be very, very upsetting work because you can make 5 meals very much to the standards, send them out, and then there's always going to be that one person like, no, this isn't perfect, you need to remake it. It's like, ah!
So he get pissed. So at night,
yeah, absolutely. I understand that.
Get the you know, Vietnamese people love to smack the kid with the belt, you know?
Yeah.
And they start to whipping you, start that. So I thought, fucking hell, man, I have a really tough life, you know? I want to come over here, try to get into the world and stuff like that. So I built a lot of hate on me, you know? Like I think the whole world against me, you know? So I have the special teacher. So my special teacher that teach me English because I can't go to the classroom. I have a selected teacher teach me not in the classroom, somewhere else's, because I can't mingle with all the white kid because I think I create a lot of trouble, you know. So it's a nightmare. So I spend a bit of time with her, teach me a bit English, but I don't really have a proper learning. So my English is never that great. So when I get into a little bit of high school, then I started to have more problem there because all the kids older. So they see you foreigner there and you look a bit different. I get like in a fight all the time. So from that time, I getting pissed. My family, my dad is like working in a Chinese restaurant, and because Chinese people, they all work in Chinese restaurants. Some of them, they're all like some gangs, you know, like triad. So some of them, they're teaching martial art, you know, Chinese martial art. So that's it, man. This boy is he's because I got no fear, you know. When I'm come from Vietnam, it's like every day it's already bad. Already every day I see people dying, stabbing. It's every day. It's like it's very bad over there. So it's nothing new for me. And when they come over here, it's like nothing new. Just one of them thing, you know. So he's look at me and he thought this guy bit fuck up, you know, a bit weird. So I can teach him some stuff, you know. So I come round his place sometime. I start to learn some form of self-defense, very small thing. And then afterward, when I go back to school, then I start to get in a lot of stupid fight, you know, because you learn something, you know, a little bit of stuff. You don't like people pick on you. So few occasion, I got one occasion, I go to the toilet, you know. Yeah. And when I go to the toilet, after the lunchtime, there are loads of kids around me in the toilet, push me in a fucking small cubicle, you know. Slap my face and put my head in the toilet and man, it's fucking mess, piss on me and mess. So I don't know who is it. And then I don't know you in America, yeah? Are you live in America?
I am, yes, I am.
You live in America. I'm from the Netherlands, so I'm very close to you, sir.
Do you know something called stink bomb? You know stink bomb?
Yeah,
stink
like
bombs. Those little
things. You throw into your clothes and it fucking smell, you know?
Yeah.
So they started to all sort of shit and throw on me on my clothes and stink. And then after that, they run out of the toilet. So I don't know who is it. Okay, I don't know which one. I know which one is it. I just remember one of them. They're quite chubby, little kid, fat boy, little chubby. So I remember him because he can't run that fast, you know.
Yeah.
So afterwards,
it's always the chubby one. They get ID first.
Chubby one, you know.
It's a chubby surprise.
I know who is it. So after that, we have a break, and on that break, and my teacher come and see me. I come to class, and teacher said, "Why is it so smell? You know, your clothes?" I said, I just fall in the toilet, you know, and stuff like that. Because when I'm telling them, if I get in the fight, because every class I go to, I need to have a small book. And every class, I need to give to the teacher the sign off that how good you are. And if it 3 or 4 times the sign off, you're not very good, they don't let me come to the class anymore. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a nightmare. So I said, I just slip and fall in the toilet and stuff like that, you know? So after that break, I come out. I saw this fat boy in the middle of the outside
Courtyard?
the schoolyard, outside the schoolyard, walk around to play around. So that time, I'm watching a lot of Bruce Lee as well to live training, Enter the Dragon and stuff like that. So Bruce Lee used a lot of kick, you know, so a lot of high kick. So I do a lot of that as well with the training I do with this Chinese too, and I do a little bit of karate with some of the fin around my play because they're doing karate. So I do fuck around with them at where we are, the council place, the council state. So I see him go. Okay. I saw him in a
courtyard,
in a playground, and I come across it. Hey, I don't know what he named. Hey, fat boy. And he turned over and said one boom kick right directly in his face like this, you know, right on his face, like bleeding everywhere. He bounced down the floor.
Knockout.
Coming in. That's it. I'm fucked. Teacher coming in, take me out, take me to the head teacher, and I standing outside. I standing outside the classroom, and after that they expel me. Okay, they literally expel me. They said this guy created too much trouble.
That quickly?
Yeah, expel me. Out, out.
That's
so when I out, and my teacher, my support teacher, you know, I got a special school teacher, sport teacher. Then she started coming in, tell the teacher about it, and the teacher don't really believe in me. So then after that, I write in local area here where we are. I write maybe not here. They talking. I write a small book about my life in Vietnam. Time before. Just introduce them my life in Vietnam. How is it when they come over here? What is it? What's going on? And a lot of people read them. You know, a lot of kids read them as well. A lot of teachers read them. The whole purpose of that time when at school is just try to raise some fun for me to go on to one of the sort of school holiday. It's not very big holiday, very big one. Just like go to one day out. I think
like a school trip.
$10 or £10 for the ticket or something.
Like a school trip.
Yeah, that's cool. Because my mom and dad can't afford it. They don't give me any money, so I can't afford it. So after when I tried to sell this book, and we raised quite a lot of money, about £100 and a lot of people read it. So then that time people start to understand me a bit more. They let me come back to school, and then for about a couple weeks. And then one more, last one that is that's it. Last one when I go with that last one I got a problem with. Then I've got checked out properly. Like they literally expelled. One time I got in called a scientist class. You know, scientist class.
Yeah,
sciences. Yeah.
Like cut up animal and look into the body and all this stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Are you sure this isn't a culinary class? Sounds like it might be a culinary class.
Yeah, science class. I'm waking outside the science class before I come to lesson, so I know that people know that I always get in the fine all sort of stuff, and I don't give a monkey about people anyway. And then I'm waiting in out there. One dude come along. I think it's like his brother or something got a problem with me, so I'm not really sure. So he come along, pull me out the
classroom.
The line is where I'm waiting.
Oh, the queue, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pull me out the queue and call me all this fucking name, you know, everything, like all this thing. It's so bad.
That's not very cool.
Push me in the corner and everything, and that time I'm about 14 then 15. You know, that time you got some girl class, you know, some girl in the school, and
some girl that you like.
It's the Karate Kid dilemma.
Hell, man, this is not good.
It's the Karate Kid in real life.
Yeah, it's shit, you know. So after when he pulled me in, I said, "Come out, he wear a sort of like a white jumper." He wear white jumper. I pulled a jumper up his face and I smacked right on his fucking face so hard.
Proper hockey style right there.
Close, bleeding. And then I turn around and somebody grabbing my shoulder, pull me back, and I want to whack him. That's one of the teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, the teacher
he probably deserved it.
Take me
they
back
were probably an English teacher.
Head office where the head teacher is. And that's it. That time I fully expelled. Nobody can help me. So I kick out of school when I'm 14, 15. And that's time I started learning martial art, learning small martial arts.
Yeah, which martial arts had you learned at this time?
Chinese martial arts, self-defense, sort of like the Wing Chun kind of style. Because
very nice.
You heard of the martial called Pat May, white eye brown. Pat May, you heard of them?
Yeah.
Pat May, you know that like called the white eye brown. It's similar to the Wing Chun. You heard of them?
Isn't it like it's like
It's like
Wing Chun?
Northern Kung Fu, correct?
Yeah, it's like Wing Chun, but in my mind, like a little bit more, let's say aggressive. It's more straightforward.
That's right. Yeah, they're fighting using this kind of the fist like this. They call the white-eyed Felix. They're using stuff like this. They're using the fist like this. They're punching, so using this kind of stuff a lot. So they're
definitely a good weapon for soft targets. Absolutely.
Yeah, like the throat and things like that.
That's right. So that's what I learned a lot about that, and then after that I started learning as I go along. So that's when I started learning.
Yeah, but you also learn. You also teach a lot of Wing Chun, but also Tai Chi.
Right. So then what happened here? When I left school, I say it's a little bit of story so people understand. Otherwise, people don't understand why you learn martial art. So what happening is, when I left school about 14, so I can't go to school, can't go to work because it's I left school too early, and I got no convocation, so no work for me. So only thing I can do is learn to be the chef, like cooking, like become the chef, to work in a Chinese takeaway. And when I work in a Chinese takeaway, then that's the only thing I can do. So in that time, I started working in a Chinese takeaway. But in a Chinese takeaway over here, it's a lot of gangs. They're called a triad. You heard of triad, yeah?
Yeah.
Triad, okay?
They're very big also in London, right?
Yeah, London, all around the world, Hong Kong, China, it's all around the world. America is very big that time. So because when you work in a Chinese takeaway, a lot of them, they're triad, head of the triad, a lot of people there. So one time I didn't know I play snooker. And I quite a bit of hustler as well, because when I'm young in Vietnam, I hustle a lot, like try to make a living, try wheeling and dealing, all sort of stuff.
He's a hustler, baby.
Yes,
that's what he is.
That's how it is. And we play snooker. And then normally, because I'm not that great, I just say, give me some handicap, like play snooker handicap, like give me 40 points to start. And then play how much per point, So I said, okay, then give me 40 points to start, because some of them, the things that before the first game I play, I like, oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing, So I said, I'll give you 40 to start. And then I would do about £10 per point, £10 per point. So, so when I do them, I got about, I don't know, 50 to 60 points out of them. So that's quite a lot of money. So afterwards, they find out that I'm cheating on them. So they send some triad on me. And then, oh man, that's not good. So they come in threatening me, they're threatening the mom, family as well, and all sort of stuff. Send people up there, have a lot of sort of different, like fighting and stuff like that, loads of different things, like fucking shit. And after that, I joined one. So I joined the gang. So then I started joining them, one of the different group. And that's when I started to travel around UK a lot, in UK. So I travel all different parts of UK. And that's time I started learning different martial art from a lot of different people I met,
You don't seem like a gang type guy, You seem like a very not, of course,
in defense, like, when you're put in a certain situation, you have to accept certain options. So I imagine that given the circumstances you were in, it was either take quite the risky beating between you and your family, or, hey, we're accepting people for our gang. You're in.
Yeah.
I didn't want to.
If you can't beat them, sometimes you have to join them.
This is a big problem, and a lot of people just don't know my background a lot, and they're just thinking like when I do the stuff online, especially online stuff, I don't start it till very, very later, because I start then I start to work in there for quite a long time with a lot of different gang groups, so I understand about how they work. I do a lot of different things, and then after that I have a lot of big problem with them. Big problem,
There's where the big problem came from.
That's where the big problem come from, So then I left. Then I tried to open my own business. So when I opened my own business, that's when I started my first business is the chef cooking. I have my own takeaway restaurant business, and then that's where I start. And after that, I teaching martial art in the back of my business. So a lot of people come along to me, they get bullied, and the moment they just chop them off. So when I'm cooking, when I chop me off, and then when I'm cooking, when I'm finished my bit, like no customer, I go out in the back, then I'm teaching them. Okay.
Right.
And then after
there you go.
And afterward, what happened is a lot of kids, the moment they chop me, they're quite poor. So a lot of customer, all the food, I cook in the wrong food and stuff like that, we give them to eat, So I do that.
Okay, gotcha.
I do that for about 5, 6, 7 years while I'm teaching. And afterward, I said, "Oh man, I don't like cooking a lot, you know, because it's like the long hour, and it's quite hard.
It can be very taxing.
Very hard
taxing.
Stuff like that. So then I close all my business, I sell them, and then I doing martial online. That's where I start to move online, doing the stuff online. So when I start online, if you look back old stuff that I done, like I did online for freaking first YouTube ever come out, that I already on there. The first thing we done, we don't know much about filming, we don't know much about camera, we don't know much about stuff to put online. So we put anything and everything on there, and stuff like that. And that time, I just want to be myself, you know, like used to be, like involving gangsters. So I felt quite hot temper and stuff like that. It's just, this is how it is, you know?
Yeah.
So as I going through my life journey, I learned a lot of Tai Chi afterward, and learning different martial and meeting different master. And that started calming me down a lot to bring me in a more center. But because of this reason, when you bring you down and into the center a lot, people started thinking like, you're fucking pussy. You don't know much about martial art. You don't know, you put a lot of stuff online. And people don't realize stuff put online. A lot of time, it's your responsibility, certain things. That's why I have a laugh online. I don't make things serious, okay?
Yeah, all right. Your videos are...
It's very enjoyable entertainment what you put out there. It's kind of like good stuff.
Yeah, so the few reasons why that is, a lot of people don't understand why that is, because I got four of my students, my instructor, 3 of them dead, okay? 2 of them mercenary.
Yikes.
Because when I'm working in this thing, I train a lot of these people in the mercenary and stuff like that, doing the stuff. I'm doing a lot of different things that people, I don't want to talk to people about a lot. So, and then I got 2 of my students in jail at the moment to lifetime because they're fighting and they're killing people. So,
damn.
So a lot of stuff, then when I do online stuff, I try to, that's a lot of my stuff, very limited what I do. So I don't want to put a lot of stuff in there, like circulate a lot of violence, a lot of things in there that make people think this is what you do. You understand?
Yeah.
Because people don't realize it, teaching martial art and the stuff we do to hurt somebody is very simple. You know, this is my job. When I'm very young in Vietnam, when I'm from 6 year onward, I do this. It's my profession when I'm getting old. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, this it's like you're very experienced in this.
It's your nature.
It's my job, you know. When you got a job to read my book, it's on Amazon. You to try get understanding.
By the way, for the viewers, the link to Master Wong, his book and his YouTube channel will be down in the description if you want to order a book from Master Wong. I read it myself, and it's a great book.
Yeah, on Amazon, have a read. Then you can understand more of my story. A lot of people don't understand, you know, online. A lot of people this and that and everything else. I just find that online nowadays is very difficult to do online. 2 things you need to understand. You have to be liable. You know, people need to lie you to be you as a person. It is to be like someone that just this and that and this and that. They're not approachable. You understand what I mean? They're not because
they're not open-minded.
I have my own charity. My charity for anti-bullying. Okay, I'm teaching a lot of mental.
Very noble
people. I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm teaching a lot of CEO, a different big company about mindset, about the art of war, about the tactic, about business. You know, I do so many different things. I do a lot of different things to different people. Maybe have a lot of. I do many things. People don't realize that I only go online making video. That making videos, them video, and that's why I do many different things. Making video and have fun. That's one part of my fun day. You know, go on.
Absolutely.
You're doing, you know,
like what I mean?
You gotta blow off some steam and have some fun, right?
But you know, you're doing it very well. I mean, look at the golden logo behind you. You know, in the background. You know, people do love it.
People don't realize, it's like try to making video online and try to make it fun and interesting and have certain, it's fucking difficult. A lot of people can sit there and yap. People don't understand it. When you do a technique online, real or non, you know how many students of mine get injured when we're making video? You know, when everyone make video, all my videos, they all have padding on. Yeah, all have thing on. You know how difficult is it to making more, little bit more for real, little bit to able not they're getting hurt. People just don't fucking understand at all. They're thinking like, oh, but the problem is like when I started changing a lot of style of filming, because few of my students get broken rib, fuck up chest, all sort of things, because even though they got padding, very thick padding on, because of the way they move, not in the right place, nobody know about it. Nobody knows. Oh shit, he got injured. Oh shit, nobody know. Nobody understand, So this is where the problem is. When you make things online, people don't realize it's first to be safe, to make sure the student's safe, and you cannot try to say, oh, how easy is somebody to boom to the eyeball? Oh shit, he blind. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
How easy is that? Somebody
it's pretty easy.
You know, that's
what I mean.
Yeah, you know, for
Absolutely.
example, you know, if you take somebody that does boxing for, you know, and he can let a jab to your nose, you know, if he does it with your finger in your eye, you know, like Jeet Kune Do also teaches
does it all
this,
the
you know,
time.
John Jones also, you know, even professional MMA fighters, you know, they get dropped by a finger in the eye, you know, so
this is
you
just
can.
two different things. And people don't realize two different things. When you're training in the street and when you train for competition, two different things. Competition is two different things. It's like not life and death. In the street, it's life and death.
True.
It's a two different things. Now, sometimes you're getting a lot when I do the stuff online. Always compare the normal training to the MMA. Yes and no. A lot of times you see online that in China, a lot of people doing kung fu and stuff in China, and then they're doing go in a fight with an MMA guy or the boxing guy, and they all got beat up. Now the problem is with that, I don't sit there and say kung fu is the best thing. I don't sit there and say this is the best. I don't talk about that. I don't talk about other people's stuff. I don't talk about what I just always talk about. Be yourself and do what you're meant to do. Because remember, if you're in the street, you're armed. Okay, I don't give a fuck how much martial art you learn and who you are. You're armed. And every time I come out in the street, okay, because every place I go to, few things I need to have on me, okay? Not just about good at martial art. This is like non-relevant. You need to have a certain protected equipment on you, okay, to preventing certain thing happen, okay? People don't understand this. They're just thinking like, oh, I can do this martial art. I got some problem I can use. You don't use any form of your martial art or any situation that come to you. Why? Because you don't know when it comes to you. And you don't know what happens. You're too fucking busy. Yap. Somebody put the stuff in your throat behind you. You're a dead man. Okay? People just don't understand.
But that's also, you know, if you look at, we also interviewed, you also did some talk with him, Nick Drosos, for example. He says the most important thing for self-defense is awareness. You know, like,
that's right.
You know, look at
absolutely.
because, you know, and that's for me, that's, you know, because I love MMA, you know, and I think you need, if you, you know, want to be good at self-defense, you need those skills, but you need a street fighting mindset. You know,
that's right.
You know, it's not you know, you like you said too, sir. You know, it's like you don't know when it's going to happen or what's going to happen. You know, you might need to run, you might need, you know, to grapple, you might need to strike to get out of there. You might be with your family, somebody might have a weapon. That's the difference, you know, and you need to be aware of that.
That's right. And no, and most people don't realize it's like you got to remember, nobody fight fair. Whenever you see a lot of people are going to turn around and do the stuff you do in a martial art, no one. It's certainly
it's never 10 straight black belts that attack one at a time, 80 style. Right. So it's like mass attack.
That's right. So all go back to the basic rule when I'm teaching. Know yourself, know your enemy, know your ability, and know your surrounding. Okay, then you have a better chance to survive. If you don't know yourself, okay, say for instance, give you an example. If I know somebody after me, I know a lot of people want to play around with me. Okay, I know when I see them, I will know right away. This guy is sort of foe. Okay, this guy is a foe. So I will give them certain amount of distance. Then few things I need to make sure I know straight away. One, what sort of thing he wear? Okay, clothes-wise, what sort of thing he wear? Have he got anything he wear? What is the size of the person? Is he strong? Is he weak? Is he big? What is it? Clothes he got? Have he got anything wearing inside? I would know. Need to understanding all this. What sort of shoe he's wear? Okay. Now people don't fucking understand that. They don't understand.
No, I get what you're saying.
If you're wearing the toe cap, okay, and if that fucking kick you won, I don't give the monkey how much martial art you know.
Yeah.
You're dead. Okay,
Yeah.
simple. If you wear glove and that dog and the Kevlar, okay, one fucking punchline. I don't care how you're gonna.
It's the same like with brass knuckles.
That's right. And the clothes you wear, if it's puffy, okay, maybe store some weapon inside. Leather.
Indeed.
Okay, leather. Basically, when you wear something like that, more likely it's like difficult for you to cut through them. Okay, so and you look at the person and you look at him, you see, is he been training? Is he not training? Okay, you know straight away the complex of the person. Okay, so much of this need to understand.
Yeah, but that's also with so some people also underestimate, you know, like smaller guys, but most likely when they're smaller, you know, like these teenagers, you know, Master Wong, you know, also that happens also in the UK and now in the Netherlands too, you know, like these youth gangs from 13-year-olds, you know, with knives. They can be, you know, like a little kid, but if they have a knife, you know, that they're still as dangerous as a big guy.
I tell you, when you read my book on there, you understand when I'm very young, this is what they teach us to do, deploy. Because you're unexpected. Teaching to understanding anything, surprise, speed, and violent of action. Okay, this is the basic rule that everyone needs to understand. Okay, when you're attacking, you're defending. And it's always happening time, place, and a method of attack. Time, place, and a method of attack. So everything you got to take that in consider. The timing, okay, the place you go to, and the method they try to attack you. Is it 1, 2 person? Weapon involved, non-weapon involved. All this sort of thing have to take in consider when you're doing certain thing, like certain place you travel. Okay, you got to understand. Some of you try to stay in UK. I travel all around the world, and one thing people don't understand. Okay, most of people just. I find a lot of martial art people is a very good human being, but it's a very good human being like Pit Master. You know, like the Pit Master MMA, the Pit Master.
John Henkelman.
Yeah. That's it. And who else we see?
I see Mike. He also did, you know.
Yeah, I and Mike. One guy working with, and then you got like
Ramsey Dewey, perhaps.
That's the guys in New York. He's a special police in New York.
We have like what do we? You know, we have like Nick Drosos. You had something. Ramsey Dewey. We have like which YouTubers guys have we more rants? We have like, you know, like Rob from McDonald's Live. We also had him on.
Oh yeah, Rob as well. Yes.
Yeah. So we have loads of different people like this. Okay. Now you have to understand we travel. Know yourself, know your enemy. If you, as a person, when I teach people, I teach a very basic principle of life. You know, principle of life: the purity of your intent, the focus of your will, the level of your awareness, and the quality of your character. If your quality of your character fucking stink, okay, you travel different part of the world. If you travel different part of the world that don't understanding you, if you start to fucking around and don't understand it, go to different country, you will get killed. Period. Okay?
It's a high probability.
You see? Period. Yeah. Because you start to yap your motherfucking mouth and thinking I'm this and I'm that and all this bullshit and about other people and so on and so forth. That's it. You will get finished. Simple. Because they're not gonna follow you. They're gonna send somebody very small and they're just surprised, cut the throat. Simple. Done. Finish. Yeah. Okay, or just stop you. All this sort of thing is a very important to understanding. We are human beings. We need to understanding respect is the most important thing. People can do whatever people do. Okay? It doesn't matter. I don't have problem with anyone do anything on internet about any form of martial art. I don't care what they do because it's not affecting me. Okay, it's not affecting me at all. Okay, what they do is what they do. That's why the freedom of expression, freedom of the world we live in.
Oh, freedom of speech, absolutely.
Yeah, freedom of speech. You do
being American, that's a big thing for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean? And
absolutely, 100%.
Some people, you see, they just love to step on somebody's fucking toe. Okay, and when they step on their toe, they're thinking they know better. And reality term is the few things people don't understand. I don't talk about people. Why? Because I don't know the background. Okay? Because why they don't know the background? When they start to say certain things wrong with this person and you don't know the background, it's very, very dangerous for you. Very
But
dangerous.
do you think, Master Wong, do you think that, like criticism, is okay though? For example, there's a video going around of like this big guy, from Egypt, and he's sparring, like hard sparring with this child that's only like 6.
I saw that video.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they hate to see that, and me too, I think it's disgusting, but
you see,
yeah,
you see, this is where the big problem is, okay? This is where the big problem. Maybe this is their culture to train the boy to be the man. Okay, you need to understand. We are okay. Every one of us, we have the conception of see things without understanding things. We see what in front of us, and we don't understand what behind it. And we jump on the conclusion straight away and say, "You the motherfucker, you the bastard, you this and you that."
Well, to be fair, there is the kind of optics nowadays where everything is filmed. If they don't want that particular image to be seen to make a kid toughen up, they really shouldn't film it and post it.
That's right.
That's the unfortunate thing.
That's right. But we understand that's bad. That's not good. But I tell you one thing. In where I am in Vietnam or where we are in China, this thing is nothing, motherfucker. Nothing. This is like tip of iceberg.
I get what you're saying.
This like you not. It's just like drink too much milk up your mum fucking titty. You need to grow up, motherfucker. Because this is nothing at all. Nothing.
I get what you're saying. It's like we three, here on the podcast, we think that's maybe bad because, maybe, you have children of your own, you might, see it that way. But, maybe that guy, didn't think there was anything wrong with that because of his understanding of life. And his culture.
Well, to be fair, that kid looked really young. How old was the kid in that video?
So now,
they could have been much older than 5 years old.
Let me jump in and then explain some bit. Few things you need to understand, okay? One, the parent sent this kid to this school.
That's
okay?
True.
The parent, it's nothing wrong with, nothing to do with this guy. It's the parent. If I sending my son or my daughter to someone, I got to know that this motherfucker is got to be able to teach them 2 things. You got to understand. Is he the pedophile? Is he fucking fuck around my kid? Okay, not just beat them up. Okay, is the pedophile there? You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of this thing. I need to see. I need to understand them. This guy's good. Then I sent my kid there. My kid didn't go to this school, and this teacher or this guy here to do something to this boy. He don't go in your house and take your kid to the school. You send your fucking kid to the school.
Yeah, it's also a responsibility of the parents.
So that's it. So you got to understanding when you talk about this on internet, you need to understand that this is parent. If you got kid, you don't send your kid in to do that. You got to check them up. Now you're the one that's responsibility. You can't blame this guy. Okay? You can't blame him. Okay? Because people jump in a conclusion a lot and blame people. Blaming yourself. Why? Because you send your kid there. He didn't go there on his own.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but still,
I can see a little bit.
Yeah,
it seems
I get
a little more like victim blaming at this point. I mean, you can't really blame the kid and the parent for the teacher's actions. Sometimes you gotta hold the teacher accountable because that teacher is kind of putting his reputation on the line, saying, "Hey, I'm going to teach your kid to do kickboxing. I'm going to teach your kid to do this style of combat, but I'm also going to whip that kid's ass and make sure he understands I'm top dog." There's a point in time where you could do that, but
I know
when they're about 5 years and younger, I think that's kind of like a little extreme. At least wait for him to be 5.5.
I know
5.5 is the cutoff for me.
One thing you need to understand is this is not his fault, is it? Because you sent the kid there.
Well,
you get what I mean? This is his method, for instance.
I mean, to an extent.
It's not his.
It's not his method. He might be not. He's not able to open his mind to see things enough.
Yeah, he might be crazy. That's true.
Yes, he might be crazy. Yes. So whose fault is it? It's not his fault because you send your kid there. If I send my kid there and certainly get beat up, it's my fault, my responsibility because I give him my kid. Yeah. So that's his method. Yeah, that's his method. Now, give you an example. When I chose to doing the stuff with my mentor in Vietnam when I'm very young, I have to do many things that you don't want to do. You're not dreaming to do. Okay? I have to do it because this is what you do. This is the method. This is how they do things. You do it, you want to, you do it. You don't want to, you don't do it. Okay, so this is why you have to understand what countries they're in, and you can see, because a lot of people now online now, it's a very, very strange the place. Okay, everybody live in a different way. My background is very different to your background. Okay, very different. I growing up in a very, very different world to you growing up. So a lot of things you do, I can turn around, cool. A lot of things I do, you don't know what the fuck are you? Oh man, this is ridiculous. Yeah, because you don't accepting me. Okay, because this is the differences. You have to understanding all the time. Like if I look at race, rent, type.
Rents. Yeah, it's rents.
Oh, rents.
Yes. Oh, rent. If I look at you and I said, I just don't like you.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I just don't fucking like you. I don't give you John for you to explain to me why. I just fucking don't like you. I don't like you the way you wear the hat. I don't like you to put it. I just don't like you.
One sec. There we go. A little better.
Now this is the problem. The problem is I jump in a conclusion straight away and I don't understand you. Okay? You maybe have tattoo over your face and I just first in prison, I just don't like you. Okay? But I don't understanding your childhood. Why you have all this on you. What is your childhood is? What is your problem is? Why you like that? Okay? I don't even give you the chance to explain to me, or I don't have the chance to sit there to know about you. Or maybe you,
Vincent.
I look at you and I said, you fucking look weird. I mean, fucking, what is wrong with you?
Damn it, Vincent, why you gotta look so weird?
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So we jump, with the problem with us, we jump in conclusion to judge people without understanding. Okay?
I think that's a big issue around the world entirely sometimes. A lot of people want to like judge people about their looks and their appearances. I don't really believe that. I don't, you know, if a person's black, white, Asian, Hispanic, I don't care. It's all about their character.
That's right. You need to check
what's on the inside matters the most.
That's right. You need to check the person in the quality of the character. Okay? And what is he and what he do? People jump on, like I do the stuff online. Everyone jump up and say, he's a fucking fake. I don't like him. So why the fuck you watching me then, motherfucker? Nobody asked. I don't force you to watching me, fuckface. Yeah. You chose to watching me, and now you said I don't like you. Nobody asked you to watch me, motherfucker. You understand what I mean? So
how do you know, I totally get it, you know, but you will always have, you know, like these haters, you know, that just have, you know, that just are hating for the sake of hating. But if somebody, you know, for example, left a comment, you know, for you know, you using a technique, and he's saying, you know, I don't think this would work because of this, and this, you know, are you okay with that, you know, and would you, you know, maybe respond to him like, why don't you, you know, think this would work, you know, like
okay.
Do you think that's good, you know, like to be, you know, to still question things?
Okay, let me explain to you something like that. Two things, okay, two things. One, my English is not great, so I got no fucking time for them. Second, I'm not going to waste my time to explain to no cunt face. You know why I don't explain to cunt face? Because when you're an asshole, you can't change.
Yeah.
You just can't. It doesn't matter what I'm going to do to you. You can't change. Because you cannot see your asshole to your English. You can't see it. Even that close, you can't see it. You see? Because when you're understanding we are the human being, our eye, our ear, is intelligent. We see things, and it's good or not. This is why the quality of the character, judgment of the person. Okay?
Absolutely.
What we do, how we do it, is a technique right or not? It's in many different forms or many different reasons. You can use in one technique and depend what situation you're in. Are you in dangerous, off dangerous? If I told you this technique, for instance, somebody punch me, and boom, to the throat like this. Okay? You learn them. This movement work all the time. Now, listen to this. Your girlfriend just argue with you. You've been fucking yapping your ear. Yeah, you got to do this to the person. Yeah, you attack them. Soon she say something, boom, to the football. And she dead. And said, yeah, it definitely work. That's why you're in jail, motherfucker. That's why you need to clean your fucking ass, because somebody gonna fuck it. Because you're thick. You haven't got no intelligence. You're just dumb motherfucker. You're just dumb bastard. And second thing, oh, that's gun. Shoot and kill. Yes, I can shoot and wound people, or I can shoot to kill people. Okay? But you got to understand, it's a situation to be used deadly force. But people just fucking thick. Okay? Because everything can use it in every situation. You're talking to your boss. Okay? And your boss started to shout at your face and stuff like that. You learn a special technique today. Boom to the eyeball. Next thing you know, your finger right back to the eye. That movement, it worked, you know. Yes, it definitely worked. Okay, it definitely worked. Then what happened? You got to go to jail. You have to understanding is you got no license to hurt another human being, motherfucker. You got no license. Just remember that. Don't think that you're learning all this martial art, you can hurt someone. You fucking don't. And you got to learn to understanding, take it first, and then respond. Because when you learn martial art, and then you get caught and they take you to the judge, when you go to the court, all the judge sitting up there, they don't understanding thing about martial art and what you do, yeah? They said one thing, because I work with them, okay? This is what I do. I work with a lot of them. They don't understand. If you do martial art, you should have control. And because of that, you will get the maximum penalty because of you, okay? Because of you hurting them. So you have to understanding all this thing when you start to learning understanding, okay? Because everything work and nothing work. It depends on the situation you're in and how you're using it, okay? And when you don't understand it, people turn around and say, okay, you explain to me what's up. Why the fuck do I need to explain to you, motherfucker? Why do you think I'm wasting my time want to explain to you for? You tell me, why? Do you think I got all the time in the world? Why don't I spend this time to helping the people want to be helped? Why do you need to explain to you? Because you're fucking thick and you haven't got any kind of time to listen or to learn. You know what I mean?
Indeed. But I do think, you know, like that's where competition comes in. You know, if you have like an MMA fight, for example, you know, it's like almost, of course, you know, like eye pokes are illegal and things like that. But you know, most high percentage techniques are legal. You know, like every submission, you know, like every punch, every kick, and then you can sometimes, you know, like test yourself. It's the same. You know, I think everybody, you know, that does martial arts should spar. You know, like, because then you get the feeling about how it is, you know, to get punched. How
the entire pressure testing and such.
Yeah, you know, like pressure testing, you know.
I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
I think, you know, that's where competition, you know, it's like, of course, you know, some techniques are banned, you know, because of the, you know, some injuries, you know, like if you poke somebody in the eye, they can be blind, you know, for the rest of their life. So that's why they are illegal. But, you know, if you are in competition, you can test yourself against somebody, you know, against another guy, you know, and test your skills.
Let me drop something in there for you to understand. Most of my people are teaching quite a lot. They are special people. They go out to the special job. That means when I look at you, I want to take you out in 2 seconds and put you in a coffin, and then your mom don't even know that you're in a coffin. They're not there to try to punching, kicking with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to understand it. When people teaching certain people, it's very different. Some people teaching on that side, like Pit Master. I doing stuff a lot with his stuff. He's doing a lot of stuff like that for competition. You train for competition. You are don't train to think. You think very differently. When you speak to Pit Master, you understand. Your thinking is very different to your training for. It's different arena, different thing. It's for different. You think very different. If I walk out out here, I don't think somebody try to just hitting me, touch me. I think about somebody out here maybe try to kill me.
Yeah.
So my mind is completely different. Gear very completely different to when you go in a competition with a going guard on, with a gum shield on, with a glove on, and 2 person here. It's a 2 different mindset. It's 2 very different. If I get few punch in the face, yeah. And then somebody chop the thumb that's up, and I will be okay. But in the street, somebody keeps stabbing you or keep put you in somewhere, you got nobody to help you. So your mind is very different when you're thinking. Very different. Okay.
But that's for me also what the difference is indeed totally, you know, between self-defense and competition. But I still, you know, I think the competition, you know, it's like the way you test your skills, and those skills you need. Those skills to be able, you know, you need, for example, boxing and wrestling, you know, to defend yourself in a street fight. You know, you need to know how if somebody, you know, is choking you, you need to know how to, you know, to get out of that, to run away, for example.
Very true.
You know, if somebody is attacking you with a knife, you need to know, you know, how to trap it or push them away, you know, to get away. So those skills you need, but the mindset is different. That is for me, you know, you're not trying to beat somebody, you're trying to survive and get home safe.
That's right. So
Indeed.
yes, I definitely agree with you, Vin. This is why everything you learn, you have to learn different things to put in the line. When we do the stuff here, a lot of time we don't put the spa stuff online. We don't put the stuff online because any kind of spa is weird because it's weird. You have to do it in a certain way, and if it don't look good or don't look thingy, people say, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah. So a lot of stuff, you know, it's online stuff really weird. I only do in certain thing. A lot of stuff I don't do. I don't put on there. A lot of stuff we do, we just do it. We just teach and we do.
It's private, very private.
Yeah, privately, because know yourself, know your enemy. People just don't fucking understand what you put out there. Is what I want you to see. You need to understanding about this thing, you know. What I don't want you to see, you don't see it, you know. And when people just don't realize, it's like, oh, the internet, why don't I find what people do? You don't, because I don't want you to see that. So you're not going to see it.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of all the stuff speaking of the stuff that you guys do sparring wise, has there ever been occasions where you've had people come to your, you know, like studio to your classes and they've tried to do the entire challenge matches in dojo storms?
Oh,
has that ever been an issue?
Try to challenge you.
Used to. Yeah, used to. When I used to have to open the school. Yeah, when I opened the school, then used to got a lot of that. Then what we do is because what we do is they just coming in and I said, okay, there's a thing. I just to give you some examples. Sometimes we are late. We always tell them, oh, class, because they're different class. The late class is the adult class. The early class is kid class. The late class is all our fighter class. They come in a late one, then it's okay. Then when they finish, then when the class will finish, we just close the school. So close the school, and then that's when we start doing our stuff inside.
Indeed. Are there any like interesting stories, like perhaps like one particular challenge or dojo storm that stands out to you?
It's a lot of stuff that we do. A lot of stuff to do to try it a lot.
What do you say?
Try it.
Oh, like.
Oh, triads. Okay, like gangs.
Yeah, gang and stuff like that. Because a lot of time we like territory and stuff like that. So we do a bit of that stuff on there. But then I don't no fist. It always weapon involved. But it's always knife or stick involved.
You know, you also give a lot of seminars, you know, around the world. What do you focus on, you know, in these seminars? Because some little parts of the seminars are on your YouTube channel, you know, for people to watch. But what, you know, for example, you know, if I would go to a seminar, what would I learn there from you?
Okay, so a lot of things is very different for us when we do seminar. Normally we go there. I don't plan my seminar. Seminar. So what is it? I turn up and I will see what sort of people are. Sometimes I split in few group.
Very spontaneous.
Huh?
Very spontaneous. Very like arbitrary.
Because the problem people don't understand is what I teach you, not something you want to learn. What you want to learn is something I don't want to teach you. It's two different things. So what happens is when you come to the class, I will see your ability and I see you what can you do first. Then I know what can you do. Then I put the thing on top of what you do. And that may be nothing you see before on our stuff. Because you learn completely different thing. Okay? Give me an example. Okay? I do a couple seminar here in where we are and in Germany sometime. And we got special police coming in. Special police. I don't know who they because they come in just don't play.
Wouldn't have to be GSG9, would it?
Yeah, I got few of them in German when they coming in. Riot police as well. That's all
okay, I got you.
And then I got in England, I got like riot police, special police, few different people come in my classes. And then one time in special UK one, I'm teaching some basic stuff because we got loads of students and they're learning basic stuff and they're learning complete. I have two instructors with me. I can't teach them everything different for studying for them heavy stuff because they can't learn that. That's just basic, you know. So basic people are teaching. So I'm teaching the basic stuff. But basically, when I'm teaching basic, it gives them people the idea, the body. So I can see, oh, this guy quite good. This guy quite good. This guy quite good. This guy can move the body. This guy can move the hand. Okay. Then after when I done about 1 hour, I split the class in 4 areas. So beginner go there, non-beginner go there, advanced go there, and good people go there, you know, so I spit it out. So I take care of this kind of people, good one, and not very good one, I get my instructor to do that. So one of the special police come along to me and said, hey man, Master Wong, you know, your stuff is very basic and it's pretty shit, you know, not very good. And I said, and it don't work, it's not going to work with me. on it. I said, oh, okay. And then I said, okay then. And then, okay, do the same thing, do the thing I just showed you then. So he come and punch me. I showed them a basic block, because for the normal people, basic block, okay? So he said, yeah, but this don't work on me and stuff like that. It's not that great. I said, okay then. So this is how I do it. So that's how he do it. So soon he coming in to punch you, because he punching in the training, in the kind of training, they'll rush in and punch you, okay? Nobody punch you, give distance. When we're teaching, we give distance, because it's like, if I come and hit it, then they're going to hit the bloody student face, you see? So nobody learn anything. Yeah. When they come to punch you, they're raising and punch you. You know, they're like your face is here. They're coming through here like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to get that depth of penetration.
I know what he's doing. Soon he come and punch. Boom! I come in straight away. Shut that right in. Fight go straight to jet. Boom! Knock the fuck out around the floor. Does it feel good? He's like, wow.
Seem deserving.
Blood coming out a little bit. I said, this is what teach you, motherfucker, to don't understand. When you don't understand something, open your mouth. Don't try to do stupid things, because you got student here, and I will hurt you to set your example. Yeah. And then when I boom on the right to the chest and it start a little bit, pull on one side. I know you're not normal normal people. Who are you? And they said, I'm special. Please, right, please. Okay, fuck face, 3 of you. Yeah, I know 3 of you. Come over that side. They got sergeant there. They got a commander there. They got 2 of their sergeant and 2 commando. The teaching coming to my class. I said, okay, that's good. I will teach you complete different things I'm going to teach you. Put it one side, and I want to make the sergeant smack the fucking commander in, like really beat them up. This is what I'm going to teach people. You know, this is what is it, because you got to understand when you're in the right, because it's right place, they will come you in this way. They're going to attack you like this. They're going to do this to you. Now, let's see how you respond to this in this tactical training, okay? All the stuff you've been learning, I don't give a fuck what you've been learning now. I will teach you something new today, and let's see how you're going to do it. None of them, after few technique, after that, they can't do it. Because the training completely different thing, okay, when they're attacking, because you don't understanding the basic, okay? The basic is you need to cover your face, okay, cover that, because anything happens, you need to defend in the main computer. Second thing you need to defend is the lower part of the body. And third thing is you need to understand you have the weapon, because you're never going to fight with a fist, so you got weapon on. So you got a shield on, you got baton, you got taser, you got the helmet on, you got all that. So you don't fight like this, because nobody, you fight like this, I get a fucking stick and smack you in the fucking fist. Yeah, okay?
I see, you know, like I see Mike from Hard to Hurt also said something, you know, like if he has like, he used to be a police officer, you know, and he always teaches like a takedown, you know, like with his left side, you know, to the person, because his weapon, you know, his gun is on the right side, you know, so nobody can get to his gun. You know, if he does it the other way around, they can just grab his gun.
Absolutely. It would be a compromising position.
That's right. This is one thing people don't understanding. Teaching the student, normal people, like day-to-day people, is very different to teaching police. Okay? I teaching a lot of special people, and I don't teach them anything. I will tell them what your, if you come to see me, I say, Master, I want to learn. First thing I'll ask you, what do you do for a living? Okay? I'll ask you the first thing, what do you do for a living? And then you tell me, if you tell me, you say, I'm a lawyer, I'm not going to teach you something, the heavy duty and stupid thing, because lawyer don't get in a fight. You never get in a fight, motherfucker. So what's the point learning that? If you come into me, and say, oh, I'm the brain surgeon, and then I'll teach you something to do with like, MMA, you fuck your hand up. You can't search anything anymore, motherfucker. You need to understand.
Seems appropriate.
Learn. Yeah? People fucking thick. They're thinking like they can teach people any fucking thing.
Are there certain things that you know, for example, you know, some people, they think that palm strikes don't work, you know, things like that. Are there certain techniques, you know, like that you just, you know that don't work, you know, like for example, or that you're not a fan of? For example, you know, some people still believe that pressure points work all the time. You also did a video on that you said, you know, like that doesn't work. But
we both know that chi works. We can definitely make chi.
Red shut up. But you know, are there certain things that for self-defense that you shouldn't do, or the techniques that just don't work in your opinion?
Okay, few things you need to understand here. Who you're teaching this stuff to.
Yeah.
If you want to teaching somebody stuff like this, press a point, certain thing like that, they just love martial art, the theory, understand? They never get in the final world.
Yeah.
They just love have that. That serves their purpose. Okay?
Yeah.
That serves their purpose. They love that. They like to go in the club, to see their friend, they brag about what they do, but they never will get in a fight.
Yeah.
Okay? So that serves them. Okay? But if you talk that to one this guy do MMA, it's not gonna work.
No,
So it's completely different thing. Okay, because you got the understanding who you are talking to.
No, it makes sense.
You understand? People just fucking don't understand it. Oh, the pressure point don't work. What is it you try to do? Who you talking to?
But most, like for self-defense, for example, do you have like a technique that you said that you wouldn't teach, to anyone,
It's
Like there's some coaches that will not teach open hand strikes because they think that's a bad idea. That might break fingers.
okay. So
While some people might think you don't want to use headbutts.
Yeah, this is why I mentioned before. It depends who you are talking to. Okay?
Yeah, makes
And
sense.
you got to understanding the person. If the palm is not very good. Now, if I see you, okay, and you weak, just like a woman, you're very factual. Like, it's
Talking about him, right? Talking about this guy, right?
You know what I mean? So
my fists are just great, Rand.
okay, so now
I don't have dainty fingers, God.
Exactly, palm is not gonna good because you're gonna break your wrist. Punching is not very good because you're gonna break your wrist because you're factual. So you're gonna use the elbow. Okay, you can use your knee. You can use your head. It's the strongest and biggest weapon. Okay, so you're using the most strongest and biggest weapon. Deploy them. If you come along, I will show you and said, "Fuck this guy, strong finger is strong."
Yeah.
Grip is strong, fist is strong, very proper. I will teach you to learn and understand about press the point, control nerve, control the certain part of the body because you're strong enough to control the person, nerve point, control the certain part of the body. You understand? Using finger. Okay? Some people
Makes
can
sense.
be very good as a fist. Okay? Then I'm gonna teach you how to smack thing. It's like a hammer. Just fucking break thing. Anything come break it. Just fucking break it. Don't care. Okay? Elbow coming in, break it. Okay? So you have to understanding who the fuck you are teaching and what is it you
Makes
teaching.
sense.
Yeah.
If you're
Different
teaching a
tools for
3-year-old
different
kid,
fools, if you know what I mean. Absolutely.
Because you got to look at it. The 3-year-old kid, you turn around and teach him how to punch in a brick wall. Are you fucking fake or you dumb? Okay? And if you're some woman, it's very, very soft and very weak. You don't teach her to do anything. Teach her to understand and subdue the man. Okay? Like how to talk properly, subdue them and get away.
How to be aware, indeed,
because she's weak. She's weak. If she do anything, if they grab hold of her, she cannot move. Now, if she fight back, she more likely get killed, get raped, get murdered. Okay? So you have to understanding who the fuck you're teaching to and what is it you try to give them. If you give them a wrong tool, it's like I'm doing graphic design. I'm doing editing. If you give me a wrong tool, I can't do my work, motherfucker.
No, it makes sense. It's no different than you wouldn't use a screwdriver to put a nail into the ground. You'd use a hammer.
Exactly. You know,
I understand entirely what you're saying.
You know, a lot of people do martial art. I just find them is one sign of thing, like one sign, and the only thing that know is one sign. This is it. This is it. But you got to understand when you're teaching this technique at heart, and these people you're teaching very soft and weak. This thing it don't transfer to them. You fucking idiot. It don't work to them.
That's also
that makes sense.
We also had Sensor Endo on the podcast, like a few weeks ago, and he also mentioned something that was very interesting and very true. He said, MMA can be, great for self-defense. It can be great, if you're young, athletic, and things like that. But would you still teach your 70-year-old grandmother, MMA? For but he means like you have to figure something else out for them.
Hey, let me drop that info. This is why we're teaching internal, external, mind, body, and spirit. When you're young, you can hit things hard. Okay, you can be strong. Okay, so you get injured, but you can heal quick. Okay, when you're getting older, you're injured. You fuck. Okay, and it's not just injured, but internal. So what you got to do is learning meditation, learning a lot of Tai Chi, learning a lot of soft stuff. Why? Because more likely the stuff you learned in the past when you're young, you can transfer over when you out there get attacked. more likely if you're old, yeah. So when you go out, what you do? You get the cane with you, the cane, yeah, because you can carry the cane. When you're older, you need to think about how to arm yourself when you're out there because you're not strong anymore. Okay, you're weaker.
Makes sense.
You need to arm yourself. So clothes you wear is suitable. The stuff you got in your, like if I wear the hat, I know how to use it. Or the hat made from
That's why I wear my hat. There's a little buckle on the back of this thing.
Yeah, making it from the special like hard stuff or something. You know, something you can use. Carry something that you're going to use all the time. Like the pen,
you have like these self-defense umbrellas now too.
Yes, because that will serve the purpose for you. If you thinking you're gonna grapple with somebody when they're young, you fucking stupid. If I'm old, yeah, you the MMA grappler try to grapple with me, I will get my pen. You know where I can put it? I can put right up your fucking ear, from one ear to this ear.
John Wick
okay?
The pen is mightier, just saying.
You understand me? You can do. Oh, I take you down. Yeah, hey, fuckface, come, fuckface. Yeah, I will shove that in here and come out from here. I'm not gonna wanna touch you. Okay. You come close, I go, no, don't touch me. And that pen here, right your eyeball. Done.
Sorry about that, had to fly.
You got to understanding the mindset and the principle of teaching people. To learn to understanding the age and the young and the what they do. What they do for living. What they do for training. What is it doing?
Talking about, like grappling and things like that, some people think, like when you're very young, jiu-jitsu is one of the best arts to learn, also for self-defense, because some people, say you can always run away, but if somebody grabs you, you can't run away anymore. So you have to know, how to get loose from that so you can run away again.
Very good. I very agree with you on that. Grappling is one thing. We are young. We are monkey. We come from. We grab things. If you got baby, we are kid, when it's scared, the grab hold you. Okay? This is natural. Now, let me serve you on a little bit to understand. Learning martial art and learning the mindset of the street is a very different thing. When you grapple, you're using both of your hand occupied. I still have two of my hand occupied. So if you grab hold of me, if I got something on me, I will shove that on you. I'm not gonna fuck with you. Okay, so you have to understanding grappling is good. When I'm teaching people for grappling learning, I will teach them one basic rule: search first, search them first. They got anything on them first, okay? Before you tangle with them, because when you're down the ground, you can't see up here, and you can't see where everything. If you grapple a knife and shove into you, you're too busy trying to locking the arm and all this movement. Okay, it's gonna be a nightmare. Only good in the competition. In the street, you've got to understand, if you fall down the ground, first, it's concrete. Second, you don't wear the clothes suitable for that. And second thing is you wear this kind of clothes, okay, a lot, okay? And thirdly, you carry stuff with you all the time, pen, key, all sort of thing, in your pocket, in somewhere in your hand, pocket, okay, key. You carry key all the time. Now your key is normally you got a key, somebody grab hold of you like that joke. If you shove that key that deep into rib case, on the nut, on the anywhere, on the leg, when I'm teaching people, when they get a key, even this, okay, the pen, shove them in like this and cut the fucker like this, rip them off like that, okay, along here, okay? Don't tell me you try to get hold of me, try to marry to me, motherfucker. Because it's very different because you cannot try to fight with someone if they're using their hand a lot. Okay, they're very, very strong. So normally the key, you hold the key and shove them in, and so this is the only thing you got. So when you grab hold of you, the legs, the hand, so you have to using, you're not strong than normal people. So all this thing you have to take and consider. Now, if you combine this kind of mindset into the skill you got, okay, completely different kind of animal. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
because sometimes when you're not very good at something, you have to learn something else to back it up. Because you're talking about survival. Okay, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get killed. Okay, if you come with me and try to choke me out, like choke me out. Okay, one thing very simple. If I carry stuff, so all I have to do is to pull out my pocket and shove it right up your fucking dick. Or if a better still, I grab that and I rip them off. Chop my chin. You can yank. So people don't realize, okay? You can choke me. You might get my hand in, but if I grab your fucking nut, and rip them out like this, yeah, you're not gonna grab your hand to me. Why? Because in our nature, eye and bollocks, that's what you look. If somebody touch you, hit you there, because that is your main thing you're concerned about under eye. Eye, you see bollocks and stuff like that. If you grab hold of your nut and rip them, it doesn't fucking matter. It's completely different change in the game. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but you know, that's also something, you know, I think, you know, people should also learn, because, you know, for example, you know, if you if you don't know how to defend, for example, against groin strikes or groin, you know, that's going to be a problem. But, you know, for example, you know, like with in MMA, you know, you have like the leg kick, you know, like the kick to the leg, you know, you block that with your shin. But sometimes, you know, I also, before that, we added karate, and we also did, you know, like a lot of self-defense stuff for that. But we blocked, you know, like a kick to the groin, like the same way with the shin. But, you know, if you haven't, you know, if that's not in your system, you know, you won't do that. But, you know, if you know it, you know, if it's not in your system, you know, to kick somebody in the nuts, you won't do it. But if you,
that's right.
You know,
so I definitely agree with you. A lot of stuff in MMA, a lot of stuff in the boxing, a lot of stuff like that. This is the basic tool you have to learn.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, basic foundation. Not that discard them. It's like learning like cocktail. You know, learn like Jeet Kune Do. The take what it used for and reject what it's shit. It just take you. Making your own creation, learning to understanding this. It's don't discard anything. When you see something that may sense to you and make use of it, that's what is it to able to bring you to become a better human being. And also, one of the most important thing is have to have the open mind. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
That makes sense.
Accept and explore things. You know, because you never know everything and anything. You have to learn to have an open mind and listen.
But, you know, that's also why I never get why some people, you know, throw away entire martial arts. For example, you know, like Wing Chun. Some people, you know, say, you know, Wing Chun is useless. You know, anything that they do, you know, doesn't work. But if you look at, for example, a guy like Tony Ferguson in MMA, you know, he had like the open mindset, like, you know, I can't, you know,
like hand traps and
you know, like the hand traps with the elbows over top. That's traditional Wing Chun. But, you know, he says, you know, I can't learn the whole Wing Chun because I also have, you know, to learn jiu-jitsu, MMA, you know, boxing. But I can take some stuff out of that, you know, and train with that I can, you know, surprise my opponent with that.
Absolutely. It does seem to be quite a nice set of links between traditional martial arts, hybrid martial arts, and modern martial arts.
I think, you know...
what would you say, Master Wong, about, like, you know, what you've drawn from your experience, like between traditional, the hybrid, like Wing Chun influenced Jeet Kune Do versus, you know, some of the things that all accumulated into the now modern mixed martial arts?
I think the best thing to do is that try to learn everything that you can to understand in the basic principle. And when you get to the time, then you said, oh, okay, when I'm getting old now, only certain thing I do, certain thing I don't do. Okay?
Yeah.
That's what you do. You learn, understand it. Don't discard things that people turn around and say good. I always say to people all the time, everything is work and nothing is work. It's all depends how you put it in, how you use it in, and how much you spend time on it. If you think about it, the karate, people say karate don't work. Fucking you tell that to Machita.
I like the Sensei Seth.
You know, we have like Sensei Seth, you know, Wonder Boy, Machita.
You tell them, oh, people said boxing didn't work. You fucking tell that to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know,
I like to Floyd Mayweather.
You got the understanding everything is work and nothing work. Depend how much time you spend time on it. The more time you spend time on it, the better you will get.
But that's also, like you said, with the body types. You know, Mike Tyson has a way different style of boxing than Floyd Mayweather, but that is because Mike Tyson has a different body than Floyd Mayweather.
That's right. Everyone is different, so you got to use in what's good for you. And I think it's like martial art. Really, we're in the time now, and in this world we live in the 21st century, in the 2020. This world we're in now is a really big mess. It's a chaos, big mess. And a lot of people in martial art, especially martial art, like the brotherhood, you know, like learning martial art, should be there, help each other and work with each other to understand. Not like, oh, I'm better than you. I don't give a fuck if you're better than me or good at. What's that going to change anything?
No, I agree with you, man. It seems like martial arts definitely has like a better bond with each other. You know, we kind of, you know, like as martial artists, we don't really yeah, we're all inclusive. We don't really see each other as like, oh, we don't like that guy, they're that belt, or we don't like that guy, they wear that outfit. It's like, oh, you train martial arts? That's awesome, man. That's cool.
Right.
Do you do kickboxing? That's awesome. I do jiu-jitsu. Oh, you
Yeah.
do boxing? That's cool. I do Aikido. Get the Aikido out of here.
You don't do that. You know, this is where the problem is. Everybody have their own thing. It's like the same thing. You might have a different taste of the woman. I have a different taste of the woman, and you have a different taste. This means that I don't fucking like the woman. Everybody got different tastes.
Yeah.
People like different things. We give people
Preferences.
to do whatever they love. You do martial art, good, that's good. You do that, that's good. I don't never say to people that, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I will tell them, I will ask them, what do you want to learn it for? What is it you want to learn it for?
Is there still, by the way, a martial art that you have not practiced yet, but that you maybe still want to learn? Like, you know, is there a martial art there?
Not really. At this age, I would spend a lot of time doing sort of Tai Chi, Qigong, and meditation a lot. Because Tai Chi, Qigong, and meditation. When you spend time to meditate, do you not do meditation?
I don't do it that much.
Does taking naps count as meditation? I take naps.
You know,
okay.
I don't do meditation, but I do a lot of like stretching, you know, and like some stuff yoga related.
Yoga, okay. If you spend time to meditation, then you'll be changing the mind. You will be a better version of you. Learning to understand about you. Meditation is learn about you, learning to understand about you. Okay, may you become a better person. A lot of people do the external. A lot of because yin and yang. You need to understand yin and yang like Tai Chi. I only doing martial art nowadays is have philosophy and meaning because I'm teaching many different things. I don't teaching people just martial art. I'm teaching CEO about the tactic of in the boardroom, you know, negotiation, business. So they have to have a lot of sort of like yin yang mindset, principle, the art of war, the learning about the method, the learning about understanding. So the martial art teaching all have that kind of idea involved. Because otherwise you're learning something without something else. It's not a whole. You understand what I mean? So it's like too much yin and less too much yang. Yeah? Too much yang and no yin. It have to be balanced.
You need the balance.
Balance, yeah? So then you balance, then you can speak to anyone, okay? It doesn't matter who you are. I can speak to anyone and everyone. Why? Because I don't have one problem. If you turn around talking about relationship, I can sit there and talk to you about that. If you sit there and talking about martial art, I can talk to you about martial art. If you talk
what a coincidence, we're on a martial arts podcast.
If you talk about business, I can talk to about business. If you talk about woman, I can talk about woman. You have to understanding. You have to understanding when you learn martial art, you're understanding that you are adaptable. You have to be able to adaptable. Like you're adaptable with your opponent. You know that this guy fat, big, tall, skinny, different master. You are able to adapt with them. But how do you know who you're gonna dealing with or who you come across? You don't know. So every day in your life, you don't know who the people you come across with. So what martial art teach you? They teach you the concept of mind, body, and spirit to understanding the person, that human being, understanding you, what you're learning, to bring into the table, to share this, to understand with people. Because people just don't understand it. They're talking about martial art. Anything else outside martial art, like quite a lot of my master, after martial art, they don't know anything.
But you know,
they don't know anything at all.
That's also something, you know, I think MMA, you know, can learn from traditional martial arts. You know, if you look at you know, at the mindset, you know, like more of, you know, and nowadays, you know, you have a lot, like the UFC, you have like a lot of shit talkers, you know, they curse at each other, they, you know, and
not very humble people.
You know, no, that can be very fun, but you know, to watch. But I also, you know, before a fight, I don't mind it. But after a fight, I really like it when they are humble to each other, you know, when they respect each other, you know. And I think that's something MMA can still learn from traditional martial arts a little bit more.
I know, but this kind of stuff is all depend on individual.
Yeah.
And where the background is, where they come from.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Imagine most of the people, hardcore martial art in MMA, their background is very bad background. Okay?
Yeah.
So their childhood is very bad. We got very deep into them and rise their energy up to make them become a completely different person. It's a completely different thing. Okay?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understanding. A lot of time when you look at anyone, look at their background. Where they come from? Who is this person? Okay? Who influenced them? When they get influenced, it's when you're from 3 to 12 years old. That's the time you're getting big influence like when you learn all your stuff from. Most of our adult people, when they say adult, we never left our childhood. We never left our childhood. We only around about 12-year-old mindset. Okay, that's it. We didn't grow any bigger because that's it. That's where you are. You still the fucking kid. You still drink milk out of your mama titty. Yeah, that's what is it? Because that's what you see. So for people to understand it, they need to understanding is you're not growing anywhere. So when your childhood is all the problem in your childhood, you need to go back and understand it, and then learn to know what is it going on. Because when you're older, you're never getting wiser because you don't accepting anything else around you. You don't accepting things. All you know is this. Okay, and that's it. And when you finish, that's it. That's all you know. You don't know anything else. Yeah, because when people do martial art, a lot of times you see a lot of people do the martial art. If only the wise people, they know a lot of stuff. They understand a lot of stuff. They understand about the world, what's going on. They understand about human being. They understand about so many things. They're wiser. Yeah. Some people just do martial art. Oh, I can teach you to smack somebody in the face. I can teach you to beat people up. Anything else outside of that, they got fucking clueless. They can't even tie their shoelace. They don't know how to tie a shoelace. Okay, and this is the big problem. The problem is you channel too much energy on one thing. That's all you know. Then that's all you know. Okay, you don't know anything else. So then when you don't know anything else, you should shut the fuck up. Okay, and just know what you know. Everything else need to have the open mind to understanding about things because it got more than just what it is. You understand what
Makes
I mean?
sense.
So,
there should be that kind of bridge between philosophy, practice, and theory. You know, you shouldn't just have all of one. You should have like a little triangle where you have like everything balanced out equally. You should know why you're doing something, why something works, and then most importantly, when you should use it.
That's very true.
Talking about like being open-minded. You as you're one of the most famous martial art channels on YouTube. Is there anything you would recommend for us as growing like this growing YouTube podcast? Do you have any like so-called tips for us? Like.
I think it's for newcomer and stuff like that. Be yourself. I think you too is great person.
Thank you.
I know you're a great person. When you see people, you see their face. You see them and you see the way they say things. And do they have anger on them? Okay. Do they have a lot of things to prove? When you see people, by the way the person is because you identify them. Some people, I listen to them. I know this guy's a fucking asshole. I don't even look at their face. I don't give a chance even talk to them. I already know. I don't need, nothing can change that. Why? Because you can't, and I can't change them either. Why? Because I will spend so much time to change them. I'm not going to change you. Okay? I want you to be who you are. If you want to be an asshole, that's what you're going to be. Yeah?
Makes sense.
But to grow, just be yourself. Like what you are. Interview people, talk about things. Get the people on there, and people like to like you the way you are. Like you. The way you are. A lot of time when I got a lot of some people like come to do some interview with me, they're one-sided a lot. One-sided a lot. Talk about this over that. I said, what the fuck are you trying to want me to say? What you want me to say?
Sounds more like they want an interrogation than an interview by that point.
Yeah, and it's something like that. And the thing is, I know when you talk about things, I don't want to tell you what you want to know. So you're not gonna fucking try to tell us talk about some things that I not want to talk about. Then I think a lot. Then I not be myself anymore. If I not be myself anymore, I can't be myself to talk about things. Okay? And if I can't talk about things, why the fuck you interview me for anyway? And why do you want to talk about it? You understand what I mean?
Makes sense.
But people just don't realize is when you're out there, we are serving people. We are serving. Like we're helping people. We give out information freely to help people with our heart, So we talk about things. We just let people know. People like it, don't like it. Who give a fuck? That's what we do, yeah. But some people go out there have gender. You understand what I mean? They have their own agenda, little gender, and they try to this and try to that. These people never get nowhere. People not thick and not stupid. When they see, they know who this is. You see this guy like that, and they say this guy's the right asshole, and nobody gonna talk to them. Because you have to understand, even though people said, why do you talk that loud and swear a lot? I have passion about things. This is what I love to talk about. That's why I talk about things. This is just more fun for me.
You know, with that, Master Wong, you could also be American, because Rance also has that. When he has a passion for this, you know, the swear words also come out. Isn't that right,
I have
Rance?
no idea what you're talking about. Gosh darn it. That is just flipping insane. I would never flip and curse one day in my flipping life. Gosh darn it.
I tell you, sometimes people don't realize swearing is not something you say bad or not bad. It just put the emphasis, to let people understand it.
It's like exclamation marks.
Yeah,
it's the
just like
intent.
let people understand, let people know what is it, because people just don't understand it. I can be sit there and you ask me a question, I can answer you. Yes. It's fucking boring. It's not me.
Yeah.
And it's what the hell is that? So I just like to talk about different things that I feel passionate about, and I like to talk about a lot of things that people want to talk about. Then I just try to put something in there to let people understand, because what's the point to talk about something if you don't want to talk about it? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
People have fucking stupid gender, and it's like.
Yeah, you know, people, you know, they have to like these agendas, you know, like you say, and that, indeed, Mr. Wong, you know, it's like some people, you know, they have like a view of the world, and they want, you know, everyone to share that view. You know, like they want, you know, their view is the correct way, you know, of looking at things, and the rest is wrong, you know, and that's just
bad.
horrible.
This is bad.
Yeah.
And for me, when I do the stuff online, I just do my thing. I don't ask people to train on them. I don't ask people to do things. I said, this is what I do. Have a laugh, have a fun, and drink some beer. That's what I do. Most of my videos, you see people watching, oh, fucking hell, man, this guy say silly shit. Oh, fucking. That's what I do. I don't really dare to tell you, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. This is the must move. No, I just there to entertain you. Let you have a laugh, have a fun. If you really want to learn, then you come to learn. I teach you completely different thing, because you learn things differently. The rest, I'm using martial art as a vehicle or something I have passion with, that I share with the world, and I got something to talk about, and I do my own thing, you know? And people just don't understand that through their fucking head. They
you know, so sorry, Ned, go ahead. Oh, no, but so, you know, like some videos, you know, like of yours, you know, are a little bit more, like, you know, real stuff, and some are a little bit more entertaining. For example, you know, you made some videos with like, how do you call it, Rance? You know, like where you know, where you carry your child in, you know, like the
yes.
Yeah,
oh,
like
yes.
the rodeo, you know, those were, in my opinion, you know, a little bit on the fun side, you know, like who, you know, the way you acted.
You definitely have a nice contrast of entertaining versus
indeed,
reality.
you know, and then you have some more, you know, like multiple attackers, how to move. That's, you know, very realistic, you know, then you made, you know, less jokes, more. You showed more, you made less jokes, and some videos you make more, you know, you talk more, you make more jokes, you know, to keep, you know, I like the way, you know, you keep it fresh every time.
Yes, because the problem really comes down to is, if I gonna, because you got to understand, this is the same thing with you, not when you're doing podcasts. You don't know who watching this. You don't. I don't know who watching my video. I don't. Okay, but I have fans all over the world in very different spectrum, for many different things. Why people watching for so many different reasons? Okay, when they met me, then I start understanding them. I said, okay, this is what you want to learn. Okay, now I know what you want to learn. I will design program fit you. Okay, people don't realize that. They're thinking like, oh, I don't want to learn this move because this don't work. I have to, before people come to see the train with me, I need to know who and what are they, and I will tailor the training around them to work with them, okay, around them. Okay?
Indeed.
Because the problem is a lot of things that you learn, the thing I teach, it not fit around you. It don't work with you, okay? So people don't understand that. They're thinking like, oh, this move. But because of this, I have to do it called a random, meaning it's like anything. So I don't know who watching. So the more likely going to have fun, have some joke, little bit of seriousness, and a little bit non-seriousness. So people can spend time watching it. Fucking hell, man. People only remember differences, okay? And they talk about it. If you are always the same thing, nobody talk about you. They got the same shit all the time. This guy fucking boring, nothing. If you are silly, stupid, and weird, people talk about you. Because you are different. People only talk about you if you are different. If you are same, no one talk about you.
That makes sense. There's a certain amount of like appreciation for spectacle over like, oh, there's a tutorial. People like spectacle because it's like, oh wow, that kind of caught my interest. Tutorial is more like, Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the way.
Okay,
You know,
there we go.
it's also the way you do your tutorial. You know, some people like, you know, we have like this guy on there. He's called Coach Brian. He's like this wrestling and jiu-jitsu coach. You know, also on YouTube, and he also does, you know, like tutorials. But you know, for some reason, you know, probably because he's just such a good guy. You know, and such, you know, he's such talented, you know, teacher. He does stand out. You know, people do you know, really love his channel. But you know, talking about standing out, you know, you know, you had like, you know, a lot of you know, like entertaining guys on your channel too. You know, in your videos. One of those guys, you know, is called Dr. John. You know, you like,
Yes.
you know, how did you meet him? Because you know, he's like a very not weird
Serious guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a very serious guy, but he's like, you know, his voice, he has a very calm voice. You know,
Yes.
I didn't expect him to sound the way he did, but he's a very talented martial artist too.
Right.
How did you meet him?
I don't meet him. He's a fan of mine for so many years. That when I first come to India, he's a fan of mine. I met him 20 years ago. 10 years ago, he met me in one of the expedition I do. And then he come down, met me. He's doing some the Shaolin Kung Fu in that time.
Yeah.
Then he come and take photo with me. And he still keep the same photo. Then I meet him again not long ago. And then we take another photo. And he put both up and said, fucking hell, that's 20 years, 10 years, and then 10 years. I meet him back. And after when I meet him back, some of my guys that I doing some stuff with, they're stunt. They do a lot of stunt for film. And then they know Kotai. He know him more. And then I bring him along to doing some tutorial. One of the tutorial, I gotta tell you this, one of the tutorial, he fuck it up. And I have so much problem with some fucking idiot, the MMA, not MMA, he's a fucking prick. Talk about my rear naked choke. When he put it on, he didn't put the hand on to choke the person.
Yeah, I didn't do like a full rear naked choke. Like
he didn't put it properly, and he go like this. So what happening is this fucking bunch of idiot that don't understand it, they pick it up and then they said he don't know who this Dr. John is because he's not my student. He's a friend of mine. Okay. All the people come to my channel. They're not my student. Only the one I do reckon is a student of mine.
Yeah, like the English guy.
That's it. Two of them. Them two white dudes. The rest is all fan of my friend. I don't know of them a lot of their stuff. So they come on my channel. So a lot of stuff they do on there, doing the stuff. So a lot of stuff they do, I don't know much about the background. So some of the movement they do, that's what they do. So all these people don't understand is thinking I teaching them, you know? I don't understand about rear naked choke and all this bullshit. So that particular video he done talk about it is really fuck everything up for me online for people talk about this and that. So I have to come out and talk about it, say certain thing, and I just do my bit. And afterward, I shouldn't go out and rapping about right and wrong. I should go out and just spray them. I just like fuck you. This is how I do it. This is how I do it, you know, this is what I do. Instead of trying to explain myself, you know what I mean? But that's one thing that I learned a lesson of online.
Well, hey, that's part of the learning curve. Sometimes it goes all the way up. Sometimes it kind of bounces back down.
But you know,
that's life. You know, sometimes you have ups and downs.
I do believe, you know, I think that I do believe, you know, I know where that's coming from because, you know, some people, you know, you see a lot of in movies, you know, they just grab the neck, you know, and then don't do anything in there, you know. But you know, like a full rear naked choke, you know, when it's locked in, it's very hard to escape. You know, it's almost it's almost impossible unless unless you're very quick with it, or if you have like a knife, you know. But it's very hard to escape. So people see that, you know, and they think, you know, at my jiu-jitsu school or my MMA gym, you know, if you do a rear naked choke, you know, nobody's getting out if I do it correctly. So that's where it's coming from. You know, they see that and they think Master Wong, you know, he can only escape because it's like a wrong choke. But
that's right.
You know that's I think that's where people come from. You know, like with that.
Well, I mean, in fairness, there is a means to finish that choke without attaching to the bicep. You just go right behind the shoulder blades.
Yes, yeah, you
can
also
like
grab your own hand and choke it.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of ways you finish chokes and escape chokes.
Funny. When I do some with one student, he do some pad, and then he got a glove on, and then soon he choke, and then I go like that, and they said, people turn around and said, you can't release the choke like that because because I got pad on, because that released to let him know that go to next move, go to next move, go to next move, because we train the drill for someone, so we do some drill. So a lot of time if people not understanding too many things, and it's a problem. Another thing as well, to do the rear naked choke on someone like you mentioned, you have to understand a few things, okay? If you do in a classroom, somebody put a choke on, okay? It's not, you're not going to get out. I put a choke on any of you or whoever, you can't get out because it's on, okay?
Yeah, if it's on, it's on.
You're not going to be able to move at all because it's on. It's on and it's tight, it's on, you can't get out, simple, okay? But you have to understanding is, in the competition, it's very different to when you're outside. Somebody's surprising you, okay?
Yeah.
Grapple you. Most of people, you have to understand outside, they don't do jiu-jitsu, and they not go out there and joke people. You understand that? So video, when I talk about it, it's in India. A lot of people just grab people on the neck and choke them in the back, and then choke them and then rob them, okay? And that's what I try to refer back to. But Dr. John, he can just grab you like this, and then he chops the chin down, hand down, and you're not gonna get out.
Yeah.
Don't need this hand. One hand, you choke. I can use one hand. I can grab you in one hand. I go like this down. You're not gonna get out. You're fucking done. You can't move.
Like a one-handed choke. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You don't need two hands. So he get used to that, but he don't understanding it. He's not got that awareness that we doing video. A lot of people understand, don't see. They're thick. They don't see it. So he don't aware of that. Okay. So he just talk about it, and he just don't aware of it. That's where the hand is, you know, because certainly the people he work with, the people we got there, none of them do martial art, and he don't want to hurt them. Do you understand what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So it's a lot of small things when we do joking stuff with people. A lot of students, they don't do this kind of thing all the time. When you put it in like that, the neck is fucked. You know what I mean? So it's a difficult one when we're doing video and put it in properly on people. You understand what I mean? Because it's hard. And people can't feel that, you know? So it's a tough one. That's why I say do the stuff online. It's a really either do it,
because everyone can watch it, you know. It's not like everyone is you know, because everyone can watch it. It's not, you know, not like you can say, you know, this is for those people, this is not for those people.
That's right.
I think even better to say would be you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all the people all the time.
That's what happened online.
Is Dr. John, by the way, also coming back on the channel? Because, you know, I really liked him on the channel. You know, I really liked him on the channel.
Who?
Dr. John. You know, like
Dr. John is he's a fun dude, man. He's a dog. He got loads and loads of qualification, and he's cool dude guy. I love the guy.
You know, I would love to see him back. You know, I would love to see him back on your channel again.
Yeah, he's because where I am, the way he is about in UK traveling is about a couple hours, 3 or 4 hours. So to try. So because of all this lockdown, we can't get together, and he's very busy. So I think in next month or so we meet up with all the people together. So we're gonna have loads of different videos we're gonna do with Dr.
Well, that's excellent, man. Actually, speaking of all the current lockdowns right now, I'm personally very excited to see lockdowns on lock. Are there any new endeavors potentially with travel and you know, seminars? Perhaps any new plans with the possibility of unlocking the lockdowns?
Yeah. So we are planning stuff now for doing stuff in a different country for mind, body, and spirit in Vietnam.
That's excellent.
So we're doing sort of like meditation, Tai Chi, and yoga, okay, and detox. Because why we do a lot of that? Because in this lockdown, a lot of people get a lot of depression. So a lot of them want to get themselves clean.
Loneliness,
and a lot of things. Mental detox. We in a lockdown, we eat a lot of stuff in our body, toxic, very toxic. So we need to do a detox, because we at home all the time. We eat a lot of shit because we don't go out, we don't see too much sun. So our body's really messed up, our brain is really messed up. So I organize that at the moment, and next week also I set up something to do with my charity. I have that's called an anti-bully program. So we try to raise some fund to helping people, kids, to get some confidence for overcome bully and stuff like that. So that's what we do at the moment. In America, maybe next year, we're going to do a lot of stuff in America with the Pitmaster and with the Brother Sal in LA. and also with the Century Martial Art, the Super Show.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, that's very nice indeed. Great.
Yeah, Super Show. I done one last year with them, so we're gonna do some with them next year over there with the stuff with Super Show, stuff like that. So yeah.
There's
so
also something else I also want to ask, you know, about Wing Chun. You know, you see like a lot of traditional, you know, like the traditional style Wing Chun is a lot like, you know, like with the fast fist. Yeah, and like with chain punch. But you see, you know, you yourself, if you teach, you know, like Wing Chun for self-defense, it's a lot more, you know, like close. Right. You know why did you start doing that, you know, and when did you start doing that, you know, like
so
why
the
did you
thing
figure
is,
it out?
My style of Wing Chun a lot is based on the military stuff. Okay, so everything we teach elbow is a lot of time kill, but we always using like gun, okay, arm, weapon. So when we do the movement, that's why we have like this all the time and cross hand all the time, like this, like this, like this.
So very close quarter combat style.
Yeah, when we shooting, we shoot like this, and then when somebody grab our gun, we are able to break very easily, and we are able to
that makes sense indeed.
Yeah? So and then also when we are attacking, we defend very easily, and we draw weapon very easily. Okay, and when we move very easily. So when we do a lot of this hand is based around all weapon we're gonna use into it. So when people doing our system, when it get into the all the basic, when it get into the beauty side, a lot of them will be a lot of this movement. Because a lot of time when people attack you, you can block like this, okay? But the problem is the punch will go through. But if you're defending and you this is like thumb kill movement, elbow, the hand of thumb kill movement, and then this one is like the on the thumb kill side. You're crossing, yeah. So you are defending and you're defending, but you are attacking at the same time as you do them. Do you understand what I mean? So you are.
It's almost something like the KC fighting method. You know, they also do like the KFM. It's not that popular, but they're, you know, the KC fighting methods also have like the very close style. You know, like you teach. But you know, like how you explain it with a weapon. You know, it makes so much more sense. You know, like breaking the grips. You know.
Give you an example. So a lot of time when we train over there, we're using one of this because in the UK we can't using arm, but this is one of the closest we use. But because a lot of our weapon will be training with this kind of movement. Okay. So when we training, when we shooting or we are working, we work a lot with this. Okay. So it crosses over very easily when we're working with it. You understand what I mean? So our hand is always like this when we're moving. So because we got weapon here, we deploy very easily to work. So we apply. Every time when we're doing the movement like punching, because we're always using the line. So we draw, we thrust. Yeah. So we got knife, we attack. So we don't just punching, that kind of movement. We are using a lot of this. So everything, we go back to our body a lot.
It's very center oriented,
Another thing, when we're teaching this is all preventing, say for instance, our attacking you here, okay? And certainly somebody jump behind me. You can't jump behind me because I'm shielding myself, okay? And my head is like this. So even though you jump behind me, my arm is passing behind you. You understand what I mean? So my body. So when in front, I'm defend because this is designed for military use. When we go in attacking, when people behind, you're using a hand there, drawing weapon, and then you got a fun attacking.
Yeah, if somebody would grab you from behind, you can also break that with this.
Your hand is designed instead of like we chop like this. We chopping from the defending. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We chop everything from the defending. Yeah.
But
definitely has a much more close quarter application.
Yeah, it also looks like, you know, if somebody would, you know, be swinging punches at you, for example.
So give you an example why it's designed like that. Because it designed military. Because when one of my master teaching a lot, it's because if you got people surrounding, you don't know the punch this way or punch this way. Okay, if you go like this, if you're defending here, but you got very little here for them to attack, but you cover every step. And then you are attacking all this way, and then you are cutting. You're doing all this line very quickly. Knife, gun you deploy very quickly, yeah, and you use them. It's not like you're doing this, you see, but you learn the basic of it and then you apply this in. See, in our training system on the Wing Chun side, people don't teaching this thing. That's why I got another, the one on the Wing Chun side, when they get into that, they call it KT3. KT3 called a Kung Fu tactic, okay? Kung Fu tactics, the tactic, you use a tactic to use. So when we go out, when we use, so that's why we train with all this thing a lot and all the knife and all the stuff on our body, because this is how when we go out, if I don't have this, okay, I will, when we're out, we have something like a small thing, small weapon with me, okay?
Yeah.
So everything I'm used will be the weapon. So there's a lot of this. So the weapon will be using as
if you would have
fist.
like a knife or like
that's
a
right. Instead of hammer
yeah.
fist, I will using like the pen, the knife, whatever I have, I will have that.
Any melee weapon, any kind of bladed object, yes.
My hand like this is always a shield. What I'm doing is a shield, okay, to break out the because I don't know how many times you're not in a fire or what you're not doing a fire before, but when you got the people coming in, they close you up. If they close you up like this, it doesn't matter what you do. You can't move, okay? You can't get your hand out. But if you create a gap already here, like this a gap, you have that gap. You can move, okay? You can move here.
Like something like a guard. Yeah.
Yes, you fuck. If you like this, you fuck because your hand is trapped. You have to have it in like the shape here, okay? So you can move. You see, your arm can be from here to here. You see? So when you force
allows maximum mobility, yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's it. Force the hand into here to trap me in, okay? I still can move. But if you trap me in here, I can't move. You see the difference? Yeah? So when I'm here, if I go weapon, I already got my weapon here. I create a gap and I can use it. But if I'm here, if I go weapon, I can't use it.
Yeah, somebody can just,
really
trap
clusters.
if you're like here, somebody can just trap your hands.
That's right.
You have like this much space left
right.
if you like.
Distance. So a lot of this will deploy them in a weapon and it deploys them in, because you have to understand, when you're learning martial art, you're learning open space. Okay? Yeah. Open space. Remember, we're here. I'm sitting in front of you. If something come along here, I should be able to defend. I can't stand up blocking it. So if I'm standing here and somebody's coming in and kick me in the face, that will be done the job for them, okay? That will be done the job to do the work. I can't, you don't block like this. If you block the miss and that head hit, you kick your head, that hit into the back of that, you're finished, okay? Yeah. People don't understanding, it's not because you're blocking, because the optical, okay? This thing here, like outside, you see this thing, it's sharp, okay? Yeah. So if you move and then you block, you move your head and it hits that, you're fucked. If you move, I move my body.
Yeah.
Okay?
But that's also with most attackers, they will watch you and they will attack you when you're in an elevator, or waiting for the bus stop, or in a car, for example, where your movement is limited. So you have
to. Right.
Yeah. That's part of the entire situational awareness thing.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Bad people will always look for an opportunity. That
and
opportunity
if you
isn't
don't
granted
give them
on
those
public
opportunities,
spaces.
then you're
It's based
safer.
on places that are going to be most opportune for them, not for you.
That's right. That's why we're teaching. They call it time, place, and a method of attack.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
Time, place, and a method of attack. You need to understand this when it's easy. Another thing is when we do this a lot, certainly if I fall down the ground, if I fall down, I don't hit my head spam down the ground because I'm here. I'm crunching up. Okay? So if I fall, when you fall, you don't hit your head down the ground. That's one thing, because you curl.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
Second, if they come in and stamp you in the face or kick you in the face or whatever, you don't get that kind of problem straight away. So it's a lot of things we're teaching beforehand. They call preventing. All this movement, all the stuff preventing. And it have to be able to deploy them any situation. Okay? If I'm sitting down here, something happened, I will be doing. I'm not gonna be here and I stand up and you stand up, you're dead. Okay.
It's very similar also to what those guys. You also did. I can't remember the name of the channel, but it was like you were at this. You were at this seminar. With these policemen. And like these YouTubers like Ryan Hoover.
Yes. what is tactical, isn't it?
Tactical.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Funker Tactical?
Yeah,
Funker Tactical, that was it.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
You know, and they also have like these very same concepts of, you know, like defending the weapon hand, you know, like reaching the gap so you can shoot, you know, or
So in martial art, we learn to understand it. Have to be understanding to deploy all this thing coming in, okay? And have to be able to deploy your training anywhere, because you got to think about it. You have never got a luxury of open space, yeah. So you will be in the pub, in the toilet, in the
most inopportune spots,
yeah. So you will have a lot of different things around you. So you need to understanding how to make yourself to be aware, smaller. If you think about it, you do MMA, the grappling, yeah, like jiu-jitsu, yeah. If you do the movement, if you keep your hand out like this, you know how dangerous that is?
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
It can be dangerous.
They can stab it, break it, you know,
that's
hit
right.
it.
If I down the floor with you and I keep myself tight here, you won't be able to break my fucking arm, okay? And I'm using my body to move.
Then I have to work, you know.
Use my hand.
I totally get, you know, you don't want to separate your arm from your body, you know, like if you do it, you know, in jiu-jitsu and MMA, you know, you want to keep everything tight and close to you.
Keep everything tight, yeah, small. So this is what we're teaching. And when we do, because I don't explain about this and talk about it, people don't understand it. They're just thinking, what the fuck this guy doing? Yeah, because it's got a method behind it. You got to start start from beginning where you want to go, and then you're training to understanding what you're doing, because you have to understanding whatever your journey is. You got to think about because you can think about a lot of time I travel a lot, so I need to know if I travel this country, what sort of weapon can I deploy? Can I get it there? Can I use it there? What sort of thing I have? Okay, then the martial art I learning have to be catered for all the situation and any situation. Okay, because it's otherwise your self-defense is good at fucking shit, nothing. You know,
but you know, that's also
one thing, but it's not good for anything else.
Indeed, you know, but that's also something, you know, once you know, like how you explain your ways, you know, like why you came up, you know, with the close stuff, you know, I really think when people will watch that now, they, you know, there will be like a light switch in their head, like, oh, you know, now I can see why Master Wong does this, and you know, but then because people understand it, you know, then they can appreciate it. But some people, you know, they don't care, you know, they don't even want to try to understand it, so you know, they just throw it away.
That's right. And then they will sit there and say, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
You think people sometimes, it's weird. When I go to in America, meet somebody over there last year, and then he's doing a lot of fighting stuff. So I'm sitting down here like this talking to him, and he saw me do a lot of stuff, okay? And he said to me, how do you defend this? So he come in and literally randomly smack me, punch me. Jesus. So certainly I just walk in very close because he here. I just walk in very close in, okay? And when you're learning this kind of thing, you need to understand, this is safe, okay? Safe, that means it's straight line. This is unsafe, okay? This is attacking you because it's pointed attacking you. You got to pass this to come into me. You see how much space I got? I got that space here, okay? Now, if I train with you and I don't know who you are, I will be, this is safe. So you can hit that or attack you with this, okay? Like straight line in your chest, you're not going to get hurt. Yeah. Soon I find problem with you, I raise them up here. That will spear right into your chest. So this fucker, when he coming in, I didn't know that what he doing. So he rushed into me, trying to punch me. So he rushed me and I just rush in and I raise my hand out like this. That's it. That's it, done.
Yeah, that's kind of
like sit there, face start to fuck up, and I said, "What you doing?" I said, "I didn't do anything. You walk into me. I didn't do anything."
But you know, I also didn't do anything. You know, for self-defense, I always think, you know, like you have two options: be far away, you know, that they can't hit you with anything, like, or be very, very close. Because you know, if you're in the middle range, you know, and they start swinging, or or with a bat or with a knife, you know, you don't have control over anything. But if they start throwing punches and you're very close, you can, you know, not only hit them, you know, like with the elbows, like you said, sir, but you can also, you know, if they have a weapon, you can, you know, trap that arm. But if you're just in that middle range and they start swinging a baseball bat or a knife or a sword or anything, you're fucked indeed.
How would they be swinging a sword? Damn, what are they, samurais?
I saw a guy get attacked here in the Netherlands with a sword.
Is it?
I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just asking if they are a samurai or something.
I tell you, this is why this is important. You know, to understanding the range. Range is very important. Understanding.
Absolutely, man.
And when you're in this range, you got to be able to understand it. Can you using your tool in that range? Because sometimes a lot of people doing Wing Chun, but people don't understanding is one people don't understand. That's why people said Wing Chun is shit, because Wing Chun fight in the middle range. Wing Chun don't fight in that range or in this range. Okay, in this range, Wing Chun fight in this range, in the middle range, and that's why people said Wing Chun is shit, because Wing Chun it don't work. Why? Because you never fight in that range. Because any conflict you got, you either get very close, okay, or very far. Nobody fight in that range. You got a dropping range. This range is like your training range. It's nobody fight on that range. This is why a lot of people training on Wing Chun don't understand it. They're thinking like, but what happened when we do the stuff online for the Wing Chun side? We don't do this range. Why? Because you can't see what you're doing, and because everything you do with camera, and we can't see what we're doing, and it's like, what the fuck you doing? You understand that? So we have to make it this range so people can see your movement. Yeah, and when people see that, they don't understanding that is this is a range for you to see. Okay.
Do you still think that traditional Wing Chun, you know, like with the chain punch, you know, and like the footwork, you know, is still useful, you know, in like a street fight or self-defense?
It's very useful. Depend how you deploy them.
All right.
How you deploy them, because always got to remember Wing Chun we got to use in a triangle.
Yeah.
Everything you're in is a triangle. Triangles are very strong. Your whole like this is triangle. Yeah. Whole like this is a triangle. Okay. So
yeah, I get that.
Movement is very strong. It just depends how you deploy them and where you deploy them and how you use it. And like I say, time and a place. Okay, for everything you use. You can't just using chain punch for anything, because you got to remember, you do chain punch in a straight line. People now they boom hook on the sides that will missing the punch and knock you out. Do you understand? So people don't understanding is people don't punch jab you. Yeah. Only the good thing about chain punch, people do kung fu. That's exactly that. People do kung fu, they do crane claw, then bam bam, you knock them out. Yeah. But if you do boxing, you go bam like that. If you chain punch, you get your face knockout.
Yeah, boxing is way more circular, you know, like
that's right. That's
the footwork also. It's like getting on an angle of somebody, you know. It's
much
like,
more lateral movement.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. So it's a time and a place. If I can hit you one and you see you coming, I will defend right away. So I'm using this to defend, and I will go back to what I'm doing. Okay, and then I defend and I go back. What I'm doing, I'm defend. I go back. What I'm defend. I defend. You know. So I will using that very quickly in 3 basic rules. I'm using that to defend. So I will put that out first. So if they're gonna hit me, either here. If I'm missing that, I mean, if my weapon destroy, okay, I still got my head. So you punch me direct here, not here. So this is why we always like this. We fight like this. Why? Because you hit me here. You can't hit me here. You understand? You can't hit me here. I don't fight like this. Why? Just go boom, like knock out. Boom, like this on your nose. You're fucked.
Yeah, that's something, you know, that I did notice, you know, about a lot of traditional Wing Chun guys. You know, if you look from the side, they're very, you know, like straight up.
Yes. That's why dangerous. Two things are very dangerous.
Very linear stances.
If they fall down by the MMA guy, grab the leg attack and go like this, yang, their head, boom, down the ground like this.
And you will like, you know, you will fall. Yeah, you will fight on, and if you land on, you know, you will land on your back because you have your head like this.
That's right. So a lot of this people don't understand, and they don't want to understand. They're thinking like, this is not traditional Wing Chun. People don't really understanding is, we are living in the 21st century, motherfucker. That means
makes sense.
Things need to be changed to adapt to modern day. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's like an evolution.
Yeah.
You know, things have to evolve, otherwise it'll just perish.
Totally. You know, do you know, for example, Eddie Bravo? Do you know him from the Jiu-Jitsu guy?
Who?
Eddie Bravo.
Not know of him a person, but I know a lot of stuff he do.
Yeah. You know, he made like with jiu-jitsu.
You should look into that, man.
he made like the whole
10 planet jiu-jitsu.
10 planet rubber guard system, and the rubber guard system, it's called that because you have to be very flexible for it. But it's like a very high guard. You know, if somebody's on top of you, you throw their leg in their neck. And the reason why he made that is because in modern, you know, in modern time, people will get on top of you, you know, and punch you. So he made that system, you know, to prevent people from getting hurt, you know, like jiu-jitsu guys from getting hurt, you know, to keep the distance close. And then he made that whole system, you know, it's like an evolution of the jiu-jitsu things, you know, he made an evolution, but people also didn't get that. People also, you know, said like, why is this guy doing this? You know, it doesn't make any sense. But it was purely because, you know, he saw that there was a problem with stuff and he tried to fix that with his ways.
That's the thing. Sometimes if you try to doing something different, people don't understand it. They will start attacking you. That's the basic rule we're getting a lot. And end of the day, you just gotta let them do what they do, and you do what you do, because you can't explain to them because they don't understand it. Because they don't understand what you do.
Totally.
Sometimes when I do Wing Chun, people say, then certainly they come to chain punch. I go like this, and then they have to punch me into the fist and they fuck their hand up. Why that? Yeah. But I'm not gonna let you fucking punch me in the face, you dumbass. Yeah, so a lot of this one movement will defend a lot of different things. And if I'm here and then certainly I kick you, okay, rib cage, I kick you in the rib or something. If I shove my elbow out, if you kick me here, you're more likely to get hurt. Okay, if you front kick me and I chop my elbow down to your leg, okay, by moving, you're gonna get hurt. So one of my movements will defend multiple things because I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do to me. Okay,
it's actually a good tactic too.
Listen, so if I'm here, I'm go right in. I know that I only go one straight line because the Wing Chun principle is a straight line. But if I go in straight line like this, my head like this, and you swing, I'm gonna have lost my head. Yeah, you understand that?
No, absolutely.
You know, that's also why some people also don't want to, you know, like you know, when there's I won't say like a problem, but you know, like some shortcomings, you know, of a martial arts. Some people don't want to, you know, change that, and I think that's very stupid. I think that's very smart of you, you know, to see, you know, that you don't have to, you know, that you don't need to keep your chin in the air. You know, it's with, you know, like for example with boxing, you know, if you have like the little sideways stance, if you do that against a Muay Thai fighter, you know, he's gonna kick your leg, you know, all the time. So you have to be a little more square, you know. And I think that, you know, I think that that's also very great of you, you know, that you change that certain shortcomings, you know, to be more effective, that Wing Chun can be.
You're making the proper adjustments to make your style much more efficient.
Yeah, more efficient and making work because it's adaptable. We have to be adaptable. Another thing is, if somebody come along, I'm a boxer, I can teach you the same basic routine that we're using. You don't need to change your technique. And if somebody come along to me, a lot of them come along, they're doing some jujitsu stuff, okay? Yeah. Then I will show you some stuff that I'm able to dealing with them, and then you go down the ground, do what you need to do, because that's what you're good at. So many things you can adapt to it and use it, you know, and then apply to it. This is a different. People just don't understand it. Oh, I don't want to learn this because because it's adaptable. It's like nowadays you see a lot of people buying opponent, the different component to make different things. Yeah, but one component they're making, like you know, like sometimes you're making this, but you're making something else to fit a different thing. So it's multiple use. You know, understand what I mean? So they can
adaptations,
yeah, to be multiple use. So your stuff is not obsolete, like disappear, like fucking useless. You understand what I mean? But the stuff can be used. So if I be law enforcement, I can teach you some basic stuff that you do. Then you can use a weapon, apply to it because you already done weapon. Okay, so a lot of stuff that can be applied to it. That's why we are teaching many different things for different people they need because they already got a basic already of what they're doing. So I don't want to go in there and changing their skill. I will see what you got. I said, okay, if you're going to do, because what happened, people don't understand, when you do martial art, you spend so much time in the routine of your stuff already. You're not going to change it for no shit because your body cannot adapt to it. Because when the shit hits the fan, your body's scared, you go back what you know best, okay? So
absolutely.
What we do, we will see you what you're good at already, and then I said, okay, then you put that on here, put this on here, put this on here, put this on here. Now train on that, okay? So you already got.
No, absolutely.
You understand what I mean? So it becomes so much easier for you. But if you coming in and said, some people come along and said, get rid of all the shit, changing complete new. People can't do that. People can't just dump that away and then put something new. It's not possible. Okay?
No, evolution isn't exactly like a cliffside. It's more like it goes up and then it goes down. It's like hills and valleys. Yes. Evolution is always going to be like that. I mean, dare I say, you're never going to see it like skyrocket and then go back down. It's always like, it's like a plateau at first and then it goes up, up, and down, then up, up, up.
And I think if you got a lot of martial people have that right mindset like this, and the understanding, the student understanding, makes them become more clever, making them more adaptable, makes them become a lot more approachable.
Attuned.
You know what I mean?
Much more attuned.
Yeah, a lot more approachable. So when people are asking about things, you don't worry too much. You know, you're very approachable, very open, very easy to learn, because only way to learn is open. Because when it's open, you can start to adapting things. But when you close, okay, you're not gonna have time to listen to shit. Okay,
makes sense.
You got a best advice, saying maybe something wrong here. Maybe I learned that it's helping me. But because it's so close, they're not going to listen to shit, and that's no good.
That makes perfect sense. I mean, you can't really fill a cup that's already full with more stuff. I mean, sometimes you gotta maybe pour some of that out, just so you can start filling it up a little bit more at a time. Don't lose all the information you once had, but always be willing to like learn some new stuff in exchange for the things that you thought you didn't need to know.
Only if you have the open mind, you're able to adapt and learn. If you haven't got the open mind, you have problem. You know, when you see people like this, you look at them, got problem people, you look at them, you know straight away two things. One, they know they've got relationship problems straight away. Second, you know they've got family problems right away, because you get the right asshole. Why? Because you never get on with anyone. Why? Because you don't get on with the normal basic stuff. So you never get on with it, your personal life. You never get on with your family life. You don't get on with that. It's affect everything you do. Okay? If you are adaptable, you have the you're listening, you're opening, you're learning. So if something happen, you start to listening, understanding, you adapt, you accept. Yeah. So when you look at something, you already understand straight away this guy is a problem, and you know straight away that this is the problem you got already. Okay, and to change you need to change this before this can be changed. Yeah, because it's a change effect.
Indeed.
You know,
speaking of like certain amounts of like changes and evolutions, as I'm aware, you did have a child recently, right?
Yeah. So I got two. I got one girl, one boy.
Oh, congratulations! I am also a father. I have a 3-year-old and 6-month-old myself.
Oh wow!
Well, 3 months, 6 years old. 3 years old, 6 months. There we go. One child.
Right.
But he's getting old. But yeah, how have you felt about the new adjustments in your life with the child? Man, do you think he's going to be on the map pretty soon?
It's freaking, you know, this is it, innit? Life is all about understanding, innit? So you're learning as you grow up, and then you don't want, you know, sometime in my childhood, I don't really have very good childhood. Yeah. Because of a father, mother not there when I'm around, or when I need them around, because I'm very small. But when you're growing older, when you have kids, you want to give all the time to the kid a bit, most of your time, not most of the time.
You want to give them the best opportunities, absolutely.
Spend some time with them, and then try to be around with them much as you can, you know, and try to get them to do what they love to do more, instead of like, you have to do this, you have to do this.
Oh, absolutely.
You have to do this, you know? Let them be as a child. When they're growing older, they start to have a right mindset, then they can start to learning things that they know what good, because when you're young, they don't know what good is. You just got to just make sure they're learning certain things that are not too out of lines, and let them be their kid. You know, let them be kid.
Absolutely.
And then they move around thing. So yeah, it's challenging, it's hard, and that's what I'm fucking understanding.
I mean, like, considering the way that you did grow up, I mean, you went from Vietnam to the UK, and you've had so many what's the word I'm looking for? You know, challenges. You've had a lot of challenges coming from where you were to where you are now. I mean, I imagine that you're going to have like the opportunity to give your kid like a really good upper hand and teach them like all the things that you knew.
That's right.
That you can kind of change their life for the better and make them understand life is hard, but you don't have to be that hard back.
That's right.
So sorry, go ahead, sir.
One thing I learned is like a lot of mistakes I made in the past when I'm young, like certain thing, but I try to make sure that certain thing I know now what need to do, try to embed into the kid. And I always say to people all the time, you know, if you got some skill, it doesn't matter what skill you got and passion you have, you will make something out of it. You understand what I mean? Because nowadays, the thing about online and the thing about certain things you do, if you have skill, just skill about talking, skill about personality, I don't matter what sort of skill is it. You got internet, you got so many people think that you have some form of skill, you can do something about it. You don't need to go to school to learn to become like a doctor or become whatever. You just love to do whatever they love to do. They do that. and they spend time on that, they can make something out about themselves, and they're more happy as a human being.
Yeah.
And when you're happy, you're shy. You know, people contagious. You understand what I mean? Contagious.
Yeah.
People like that too. People feel that from you. But if you're unhappy, it doesn't matter how much you got, how much money you got, what you have. You just the unhappy little shit, and that's no good.
You know, I totally get what you're saying, sir. But that's also what Rens and I are trying to do. You know, through the internet. You know, we have like not that much subscribers. You know, in total like 220. You know, in total of both our channels. But you know, it's like we're also trying to do that. You know, Rens and I. You know, we love to talk to great people like yourself. You know, like talk, have conversations. Our passion is also martial arts. You know, so
you know what I have to tell you what you need to do. Yeah. A lot of people you got already write a book on it and just quote certain thing about certain people and then give it away for free to people. Okay? You understand that? Give them away for free. So that way, what happening is you do two things. One is promoting yourself so people know about you. Because people don't know about you not. So you need people to know about you not. But they don't know about you not, want to know about you not. You want to know about your people you're talking to. Okay, and then what happening is you got yourself there, and then when you got that on it, then you start to build something around it, so more people know more about you. Because you have to understand, online is difficult. It's hard to get followers. It's very hard. Why? Because they're looking for that personality. Okay, as you know, personality. Yeah. If they're getting connect with you, I like this guy. They like him talking shit or whatever. Somehow, some people just like you because of the way you are. I just don't know why. It's just that's how it is. So you create that as you go, yeah. And when you're doing that, that become a lot more easier. To do that, you're using using someone else's already popular. Okay, so like myself, like the people you got on there, like Nick, like other people online. You write something about them or quote certain things they do, and then like just say 10 most inspired people that you ever met or interviewed. Fuck no, it's up to you know what you want to do with it, how you want to film it. And then what you do, when you put out there, say you're using the crow. Like what I do a lot of crow, a lot of things I'm saying. He say this. I always say if you want to doing a lot of stuff in life, to understanding to be good, learn about something and learn is the purity of your intent, the focus of your will, the level of your awareness, and the quality of your character. If you understand these 4 pillars, you can do anything you want in your life. Okay? This is like a crow. So when you're using to understand it, you don't say it. You crow from other people for other listener to understand. And then like for anybody got any kind of problem, any kind of fighting, any kind of relationship problem, family problem, it's always go back to time, place, and the method of attack. Or the method of they've been attacking you with, okay? So if you're getting attacked or getting the red for the woman, it's a time. Certain time you go is a wrong place, and then the certain place you go the wrong place. And the method you're using quite a different method attack. So how you prevent things that? How to prevent things that? Look at the other person. What did you wear? What's you attracting to this kind of environment? What sort of time you're going certain places to preventing this? You understand what I mean? Yeah,
absolutely.
This kind of stuff here, you're trying to using someone else's mouth, okay, to helping you out there because nobody knows you. People know them, okay. You're using that to helping you to get your population because that time I don't know anything about it, so I got using my skill. That's why I do a lot of stuff, fun, swearing, certain things because I attract a different audience.
Yeah, totally get what you're saying. But you know, that's also you know, for us, you know, it's also because we're fans, you know, of all the guys that we interviewed. You know, we already were fans of their channels. So for us, it's also like a very, you know, a great opportunity and chance to even be able to talk to these people.
This is
kind of like a chance to talk to an older sibling, like. Tell us how you do it in high school. We're going to high school soon. Yeah, come on, man.
That's it. So this is the best way when you write a book on it. That's the best way to share with people. And then that way you can put in when you post it up, you got some post today, Monday. I'll post some quote from this person I just interviewed because you want them to go into your channel to listen to what is it they're saying. Yeah. So to do that, Monday. Man, last week I had the interview with Master Wong, talk about something very cool. And then you put the crow on, and then it said, here's the book with all the people. Download that free for me. And then have a read about it and come to our channel, you know. Have a listen to all these great people. We are just a normal people, like love martial art and share love to the world. And that's it. That's what we're here for. And if you love it, come along and check us out. You have to have something that get people there, because otherwise people just like, what the fuck will I listen to you not for if I can listen to someone else's? You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah? I think that's interesting. And another thing is, because you got to a lot of posts, instead of like using your word, you're using all this, like you got loads of people you interviewed, didn't it? So you're using their word and then just do the post. And then said, yeah, come to our channel tomorrow. We have another one that talking about something about this topic, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Because I go on my channel, I do some podcast talking about, interview a lot about bully. Okay, bully stuff. So anybody got problem with bully, I interview them. I started to put it out next couple of weeks. I started to put them interview out next couple of weeks. I interviewed quite a few people already, and I try to put them thing out. That's what I do next couple of weeks, and I try to get more people on my channel to helping them as well to film me. So maybe later on I can talk interview you about bully stuff. So you can talk about if you've been bullied before, then you can.
Yeah, I have. It sucks.
Yeah, that would be great. You know,
so when I put it to my channel, that way people know about you not, didn't it?
You know, do you want just to be maybe on that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, indeed.
I can interview you not, one of you not for if you not got bully problem before. Yeah. Then I can
Brent and I both have that, so
yeah.
Okay, so then I can talk to you about that because I talk doing it full, because it's got to be reason, because it's got to go through my channel for anti-bullying, because we run in the charity for anti-bullying. Okay, so we're gonna interview a lot of people to do it bully, and then go through so people understanding the relationship, what happening when they're young, and how and why they are what they are.
You know, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Rens, also something. Shall we also do the speed round, my friend?
Sure thing. But before we do the speed round, since there is a very special holiday coming up, Halloween, do you have any particular plans?
Oh, Halloween coming up. I still have plans.
I know. Everyone's forgotten about Halloween because all these lockdowns. I'm thinking about getting a crown for it. Just walk around like I am the crown virus.
Yeah, maybe do some stuff with my daughter. I don't know yet. Maybe do some videos.
That'd be awesome.
Do some stuff with my daughter and stuff. And maybe do. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, quickly. Come here. Say hello. Come here. Hey. So this one here is the older one.
Hello. How's it going, kiddo?
Say hello, baby.
Welcome to the ChatCOMBAT podcast.
Yeah. So she's going to name it Nikita.
Nikita. What a very pretty name.
You know why?
Beautiful name.
You know why I name her Nikita?
Nikita is it's Russian for fighter, isn't it? Warrior.
No, you know, in America they call the
oh, La Femme Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita, the assassin. You know that
yes.
program. Yeah, that's what it is. So when you grow older, that's what they're going to make her to become assassin, to look after the family. Yeah,
this is going to be dangerous.
So that's why we name her Nikita. Yeah.
Very nice.
That's Nikita.
Are you gonna be a little warrior, Nikita? We're gonna be diplomatic first, though. We always gotta be talking with our words before we use our fists. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think it's that's why she's it's fun. She's about 3 years old now. So.
Oh, congratulations! Mine's about 3 years old. 3 years old. Demos now as well.
And this is your oldest child, right?
Yeah, this was the older one. So the other one they go Vin, like Van Diesel and Jet Li.
Ah.
Vin, like Vin Diesel and Jet Li. Vinny. But this Vin is so like Vietnamese name.
Oh, right.
Vietnamese as well. So like Vin Lee. So it's like got all the bit in there. So it's
that's excellent.
That's very clever.
Nikita, out of curiosity, what are you gonna be for Halloween this season?
What you gonna? Do you know what Halloween is, baby? Halloween. What do you want for Halloween, baby? Witch. You want to be the witch?
You're gonna be a witch.
You want
to be the magic.
In my jaw.
You got some question in your jaw.
And I got some loads of costumes in the side in the back.
Okay then. So you're gonna be
most excellent.
Okay. Yeah. Is it finished now? Ready yet to wrap it up?
Yep, time for the speed round.
Yeah, right.
So speed round, gonna be a few rapid questions and just like answer them as quickly as possible kind of thing.
Okay then.
So the first question is a staple of ChatCOMBAT. It is, would you rather fight in the streets? Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal? This is a fight to the death. Who would you rather fight?
Oh man, that's a tough one, huh? I
I
think
know.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Really?
Oh.
Okay. Most people say Steven Seagal, so you're definitely in the minority with this one.
You got to see, he's pretty fucking dangerous guy. So don't think he's not dangerous. He's pretty dangerous.
Well,
Steven Seagal?
I do think I can outrun him, Master Wong. I do think I can outrun Steven Seagal.
But yeah, don't think too much of that, man. He's pretty. He's pretty.
Well, it's a
good.
fight to the death, not a track meet. Come on.
Okay, carry on.
Oh, your turn?
All right. Oh, sorry. Next question. If there was, any martial artist, alive or dead, that you could make a video with, which martial artist would you choose? For
Definitely
example,
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. All right, that's very
Good call.
great.
Okay, so you're stuck on a deserted island. You get to choose the island. It could be any island on the world. Which island do you get deserted on?
I don't really know much of the different island. Give me some choice.
No. It could be any island. Like it could be Hawaii,
like
England.
big island.
Yeah, any
Yeah,
island.
it can be
at all.
any island.
Hawaii is probably the best one because they got a beautiful
I know,
people
right?
there.
Yeah.
Nice, hot, so many different.
Everyone thinks about.
So, yeah,
I mean, everyone thinks
Hawaii.
about. I'm on a deserted island. It's like you get to choose the island. It's like, so I could go to Iceland if I want. It's like, I don't know why you want to, but okay.
I think Hawaii is good. Or
Hawaii, absolutely.
Or go to sort of like Bali. Bali they got
Oh,
island.
yeah,
in Bali.
Bali,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Bali
Polynesia,
or
yeah.
Hawaii, yeah.
All right.
Hawaii is nice.
Next question. What is your favorite food?
I don't really have favorite food. I eat anything, so it's no such thing. I don't stick with one food, so it's no favorite food for me. Just any mix, like balance, a little bit, yeah.
So a little bit spicy,
Candy.
a little bit sweet, something like that.
Yeah, sweet,
All right.
sour, hot. Like the mixture of different flavor. Yeah.
I very much agree with that. Rance, you?
Cool, and I'm not sure how many more questions we get, but definitely one of my favorite questions to ask guests that hop onto ChatCOMBAT. Can we expect you on again?
Yeah, next time.
Awesome,
next time what we do is we talk about specific subject. So it's always good for audience to learn because it's sometimes when we talk very random, innit?
Yeah,
indeed.
Specific subject is good for them to learn things because I like when I talking to people, they have got two things. One, because they spend time with us. Yeah, if you think about 2.5 hours, what the fuck did they learn?
I
don't know. Really long conversation.
Yeah,
but they did learn a lot more about you, sir.
Yeah, I know, but the good thing is that when we do the bus, like if you back here again do something, we may talk about specific subjects so they can learn about different things or can able pick something up, so be quite
that would be great.
Absolutely.
I think that was the last question. Master Wong, thank you so much for being on. It was an honor,
no problem.
You're a very great guy, great martial artist, and until next time, Rance, do you have something to say?
Oh, thank you for coming on. Most definitely, my man.
You too. Take it easy, everyone, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Check them two out. I think you two got John too. Loads of people will come in and have fun, and I think it's good to have a chat and share about martial arts. So check them out. I'll see you all very soon.
Absolutely. Godspeed, my man. Have a good one, Nikita.
Catch you later, Rocker.